Now I have children of my own. They ask their mother, what will I be? Will I be handsome? Will I be rich? I tell them tenderly, que sera, sera. Whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. Que sera, sera. What will be, will be. What will be, will be. Que sera, sera.
How do you stranger journeying to a pub and the many days was past till I see you again. So, this is it?
Forget, I'll do it sometime. I'm locked up on the button. Can't you do it sometime? Push it too far. Fine, electrify mine. Electrify my golden tooth. Can't look at your eyes without sparking some. Electrify my oh 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 oh. Electrify my oh 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 oh.
Hanabi_Kitty subscribe
Thank
to
you,
your
Hanabi.
channel for 0
Welcome
months.
welcome in. Surprise, I'm in the same time, beneath the same sun. Oh man, you got me too size, oh, my little buttercup, that hurt. Fine, electrify mine, electrify my golden tooth. Can't look at those eyes without sparking some. Electrify my oh 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 oh. Electrify my oh 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 oh. Electrify my oh 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Electrify my oh, 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 oh. A sincerely wonderful good morning, everyone, and welcome to the stream. My name is Video. I'm a video game streamer who primarily plays RPG games. I am also a hobby voice actor and singer, so you'll hear me do one or both of those things for the stream. My pronouns are he, they, and today we are doing karaoke. So, if you have any requests, as you've seen our wonderful mod Hanabi just do, you can go ahead and use !song request space the name of your song in order to put it here on this here list.
Would you not be angered at the betrayal of your expectations? Would you not cry and scream? Would you not send the boss of that soul flying with a single punch for denying your purchase of your dear companion? Sorry, I worked up there.
The drums echo in the night. She hears only whispers of sympathy. Very well. Okay. Let's sing at least one song before we start. Oh, whoops. I forgot my YouTube chat. Let me just grab that real quick. There we go. Wonderful. Welcome back, everyone. It is good to see you again, in a manner of speaking. Alright, here we go then. While I run an ad, let's sing this song. Seems I still have 2 minutes to wait. Oh well. I hope everyone's day is going well. I've had quite a nice day myself. Had a lot of fun in Minecraft, though, it was quite harrowing all throughout. That's the nature of an adventure, I suppose. Hello, Teresa. Welcome in. Oh, check out the green Evotar. How adorable. I must say, the Evotars are kind of my favorite addition to my stream. If you would like to do some fancy things with your Evotar, you can, by spending some points. Big Evotar. And Evotar Jump. And my favorite, Evotar Speed. Speed. I was introduced to it by a friend. And I'm very appreciative. Alright, let's run the ad, and then we start the call. I remember when I lost my mind. There was something so different about that place. Even your emotion had an echo so much space. When you're out there without care, I was out of touch. But it wasn't because I didn't know enough. I just knew too much. This time made me crazy. This time made me crazy. This time made me crazy. Probably. And I hope that you are having the time of your life. But think twice. That's my only advice. Come on now, who do you think you are? Bless your soul. You really think you're in control? Well, I think you're crazy. I think you're crazy. I think you're crazy. Just like me. My heroes had the heart to lose lives out on the lamb. And all I remember is thinking, I wanna be like them. Ever since I was little, and ever since I was little, it looked like fun. And it's no coincidence I've come. And I can die when I'm done. But maybe I'm crazy. Maybe you're crazy. Maybe we're crazy. Probably. Ah. A sincerely wonderful good morning to everyone, and welcome to today's stream. My name is the Gavin Video. Oh, sorry, I shouldn't be doing this yet. Let's start the call with Shiny and say hi. Ring a ding ding. Actually, I've never resized your avatars on this particular screen, so I think Shiny might be taking up a large portion here in a moment. Well, we'll see. Oh, Shiny didn't answer. Maybe they don't know that we've already ran. Thank you, Teresa. I usually sing one song to start with, just to run through an ad or two. You know, they might have share mode enabled now I think about it. So they might not hear the alert. Well, while things are still fixing, as it were, I suppose I could fix one more thing here.
Hello.
There we are. Hello. And
I don't
since
know why Discord didn't make a ringing noise. Maybe it's because I'm in streamer mode
yes, because you're in streamer
or
mode.
something.
That's exactly
Is it
it.
okay if I have your voice come over the stream?
Yes. To answer your question earlier, seeing as you've already done most of it, there's no need for preamble and pre-setup. Um, especially also because Teresa will not be joining us today.
Right, right. Okay, we're all here. Discord is now audible on my stream, and so am I. And Decaf's Meeple is working, or I'm calling them Meeples.
Mhm.
The little Discord Fuji tech thing
Ah.
that we use. And I'll click on Collab.
Oh, yours
Join
isn't working.
session.
I will rejoin. Just give me one moment.
Okay.
Sometimes it does that, folks.
Okay, I think we are sharing chat.
Mhm. Although your meeple isn't showing up on my screen.
Oh, okay, let me take a look.
No, I think it's on my end.
Let's.
It's because I jumped Discord calls. There we go. Fixed it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's not on your end. It's not on your end. Okay.
All right.
So, let's go ahead and get started here with a little bit of an introduction.
Yeah.
Now, if you don't mind, I'll go first this time. Apparently,
Go
you already
for
said
it.
hi to your chat, and I haven't necessarily done that to mine yet.
Mm-hmm.
One moment. Okay. Here's the multi-stream link for people to use if you would like to see both perspectives of the game, though we're pretty much
There
doing the
we go.
exact same thing.
Yep.
Alrighty. So, a sincerely wonderful good morning from everyone, and welcome to today's stream. My name is Decaf Nvidia. I'm a video game streamer who primarily plays RPG games. I'm also a hobby voice actor and singer, so you may hear me do one or both of those things from the stream. My pronouns are he, they, and today we are playing Reverse 999, and I'm doing that together with Shiny. So, Shiny, would you please introduce yourself as well?
Yes. My name is ShinyBot. You can call me ShinyBot or Shiny. My pronouns are she, her, and I'm just a streamer who does a lot of Reverse 1999, Honkai Star Rail, other random games. Every once in a while, I'll just do like a one-off something else, whether that's online mahjong or the other week we did an indie game called Date Everything, where you date objects around the house. That was really fun. And we like to do these collab streams together where we provide voice acting for the side stories in Reverse 1999 that don't provide voice acting for in the game itself, and that's a lot of fun. Yeah, that covers it all, I think. That's it.
Thank you very much, Shiny.
And Teresa's here.
Teresa is here. In the chat,
Hello.
working on things for, well, some important offline purpose. I wasn't quite clear on the details.
Mhm.
Alright, this is Aleph's side story. Alright.
I was
Yes, go ahead.
I was just describing Reverse 1999 to Primo Lasagna, who is not sure how to get into the game. I don't know what they meant by that, but I just started going into a huge spiel explaining the game.
Well,
But
Primo
yes.
Lasagna is now lurking.
Yes,
so they're in
thank you for the
background.
lurk.
Yes, thank you very much for the lurk. Oh, I should also do this. I was supposed to do it while you were doing your intro. My mistake. But folks,
No
please go ahead
prob.
and follow ShinyBot TV over on their channel. You can check her out and when she plays Mahjong and plays Reverse, other games like that, by clicking the heart on top of the chat. Whew.
Yay! Thank you.
Welcome, welcome.
And everybody should definitely check out Decaf Nvidia. They do so much work. I don't know how much work Decaf does, but Decaf does a lot of work, and their stream is really cool. Regardless of everything they stream, it's a really cool stream.
Thank you.
And they edit videos. You can tell that you're an editor. You know, you've got the editor aesthetic.
You got that moxie on you, kid. But yes, I am in fact an editor, and I play a lot of Reverse. And today we are doing just that. See, good segue.
Yay!
In fact, Shiny and I together will be playing Reverse 999, and we'll be doing this side story: the answering machine, the butterfly, and the literary critic, Aleph side story. Now, unlike usual, where we choose the roles on the day of, we actually know a little bit about this in advance, don't we, Shiny?
Yes, we got some insider info that this is going to be not the usual visual novel style.
Yes.
So,
So for that reason, Shiny was playing it yesterday or 2 days ago. I don't know how time works anymore. And was able to finish the puzzle mode. And an hour ago, I started and finished about 20 minutes ago the puzzle mode for
Ooh.
most of it, though I left out the last portion because I was told that there's a possibility that the last story portion kind of rolls into the last puzzle portion. So just to be sure, I left that for later. But this will reduce our time significantly because the puzzle was what was told to us was like time consuming. It was not. But more importantly, it's not the usual visual novel format.
Yes.
I was
So
also told
this could be a little shorter than usual because we opted for the shorter than usual instead of the longer than usual.
yes. Though for the YouTube VOD, I will be splicing together at least my copy of the puzzle with the interstitials of the
Ooh.
battles of the story. So
Okay.
it'll break things up a little bit. I did struggle a little bit with one of the puzzles, but not because it was difficult, just because I was a tryhard. As you do.
It's fun.
Now, Shiny, I didn't know one other thing as well. This particular story is also fully unvoice acted. Meaning to say that there's literally no sounds at all, like nothing, except for the sounds of a typewriter. So we will have to make certain noises by ourselves.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yes. So I guess the only characters I know for sure are showing up are Aleph, Merlin, and the Idealist. And if you wouldn't mind, I would like to voice those characters.
Yes, I would love to hear it. I'm excited.
If you couldn't tell, I was already kind of getting into the Idealist role.
Yes! Yeah!
So in that case, would you be so kind as to play the narrator, and then we'll distribute roles as we see new characters show up, if that's all right?
That sounds great to me.
All right.
I mean, we'll see if there's a narrator. From what I could tell, it's very much like a dialogue script is the format for it. So, but if there's any text that looks like it's not a person speaking, that is what I will say.
Very well. Let me just get a quick baseline for our...
Careful. The night stimulates the madness
Aleph
lingering
here.
in our minds. It's best you don't rush into things. You have a long night ahead. There's no need to pry. You'll find no existence beneath my mask. While I quite enjoy the rise and fall of sanity, I will
I'll
refrain from offering further comments
until
until
Recoleta stops romanticizing her childish adventures. There we go. Just had to get a baseline.
Perfect.
Right, Merlin is a
And
bit
you're-
rougher.
Yes.
You were saying.
I know that normally we share the stream. You share your screen on Discord. I don't. Do you want to still share your screen, or maybe
Yeah.
it'll be just fine as is?
I think it'll be just fine as is, but I'll share my screen anyway. Because
Hmm.
the last part I haven't done yet, so there might be some different things there.
Sure. All right. I'm just gonna keep track. I'll just listen to you, and I'm sure. Like when it is the usual visual novel style, we have text that disappears too fast, and we have all those other issues where the shared screen helps a lot. I don't think that'll be the case here.
Right. And if it is, I have the YouTube side where I can rewind, pause, and play, unlike Twitch.
Oh, sweet. Perfect.
Alright.
Yeah.
Without further ado, Narrator Shiny, would you read the title, please?
Sure, the title of the gameplay is here. Okay. The Answering Machine, The Butterfly, and the Literary Critic.
The first part here is called Akbar. There's a word here I can't read. Licentiate? Low end the two?
I don't know.
Oh, I know what it is.
Aleph
Identity.
is causing us madness. Identity? Oh, that's what it is. Identity.
Identity Akbar. Part 1.
Oh, there is a narrator. All right then. I will now get started with part 1 of Ukbar. At the far end of the corridor lies a cell filled with countless communication devices. A solitary figure, tall yet stooped, waits within his modern citadel, listening for the dormant voices of telephones, wireless sets, and phonographs to awaken. The Black Telephone. On the cell's leftmost wall hangs a black telephone. Its metal casing is cheap and rusted. Manufactured in 1977, it arrived as a gift from the National Foku Studies Association and the powers that be.
And still, its prototype eludes me. This is a mere replica of a perfect form. As we seem doomed to hear nothing but grievances on the futility of learning and the tedium of oppression and power, we might as well name the thing bureaucracy's most miserable mouthpiece.
Ooh, now I remember running into Zahir in the gameplay. It's been so long since I played the main story. I can't remember who Zahir is. Do you recall, Decaf?
If I
I don't
recall
know.
correctly, I think Zahir is supposed to be one of Allah's personalities. He said
Oh,
he
really?
mentioned it in passing like one of his names.
Oh, you're totally right. Okay, so you should take Zahir as well.
I could, sure. Although
And
we
make
never
up a
heard
name
Zahir's
for it.
voice.
I guess we never did, huh? Yeah.
You could do Zahir though, considering that I'm only doing 2
Okay.
characters
A
technically speaking.
different identity, sure.
Yeah.
Okay, let me think. All right. Your choice of name is acceptable. Yet still, I see you bending it to your ideals. You cannot keep doing this, idealist. grasping only at a fragment of a thing, and then twisting it to your whims. The brown telephone. Suspended on the cell's right wall, a solemn yet refined wooden box, traced with the warped inscriptions of the Arcanum. Now and then, arcanists choose it over ink and parchment to send their messages.
How then should I regard it? Or regard them, for that matter? Kamala prison in the so-called Manus Vindictae, living proof of the dependency theory in its purest form.
Your theories are far too radical.
A moment, please. Yes, let's call this the parable of a blind age.
The silver telephone. A cutting-edge combination of arcanum and advanced technology wrapped up in a frigid metal exterior. Signals surge through its circuits. Its frame quivers as it drones in a low wail. Only Laplace could have produced such a thing.
Observe how it has been altered in the most unusual ways. Signals wander through its delicate pathways, dissolving into obscurity. Their source irretrievably lost. Lost, as we are, in modernity.
It's nothing more than an effort to conceal the identity of the person on the other end.
You're right. Why are we bothering to even name these horrid machines? This is the most worthless game of semantics we have ever entertained.
We were waiting for a call.
A telephone does not ring simply for virtue of being here. Excuse me, I'll try again. A telephone does not ring simply by virtue of our being here, just as Estragon and Vladimir will be forever wasting in vain. In language, we must deconstruct what is taken as truth. More importantly, what and when is now? Are we still within reality, or is it an edifice of our own memories recalled later? If we are only memories, then, waiting for anything, even a telephone's ringing is paradox.
Caught between the endless avenues of what has been and what is yet to come, like every one of us. Patience. All we need to do is wait.
Ah, a scene lifted straight from the great absurdist edition. Our players today, the idealist, ends here. Act 1. A human in pursuit of transcendentality. Our tragic star, Aleph, a human consumed by desire to grasp the primordial core of the world, to reach a singular philosophical truth, a concept with neither genesis nor terminus. He was proud once, certain that nothing could be more excruciating than the burden of the unknown. That certainty would break. His pursuit led him to the gates of transcendentality, where he understood at last. The key was scattered across the fabric of existence itself. Finally, one day, he devoured his Ouroboros with unflinching resolve, a distilled fusion of sulfur and mercury, submitting to the forbidden elixir as it unraveled and redefined his very form. He thinks to himself, I'll find the ultimate truth, and soon.
Ring. 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 I don't know what that would be. A telephone dares to disturb his scene. Their heated discourse halts as each withdraws to the other side of the mirror. The man in the wooden chair gradually lifts the receiver.
Hello.
Oh, what an ending. I like that. I like that ending. That was good.
Teresa says, Idealist. Your idea is too radical. Your swag too revolutionary. They will shoot you, Idealist.
No.
Oh. Well,
Man,
yeah,
this
that's
is
kind of what
this,
happened.
I think this whole thing is gonna leave us as a puddle of like, what did I just read at the end of it? I think it's gonna.
I think I agree with you. Okay, part 2.
Okay.
I was wondering if any of them were like just combat, but seems not. Satisfaction Surveyor.
Let's see. I guess. Okay, I'll take this one too.
Sure.
Wait, Satisfaction Surveyor. Okay.
I wonder if all of these are Alice personalities.
I wonder that, that's very much within the realm of possibility when it comes to Aleph. Okay.
Yes, just take it for now.
Oh, okay.
I was thinking that I could
Alright.
do a salesman voice, but I'm curious to see, or hear rather, if you have a spamton voice in mind.
Okay. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Your continued support is invaluable to us. Whether you're in Cuernavaca, Gomez Palacio, or beyond, you will always remain a valued client of the Ukbar Company. Silence pulses out of the telephone line. On the other end, hurried breaths beat against the transmitter, filling the receiver with an irksome hiss. One moment. Sir, please, stay on the line. Any feedback you have will be crucial. Your opinions are indispensable to the Ukbar Company. Our main office is in Gomez Palacio, near the Museum of Literature and Fine Arts, just past the Lake of Fractured Reflections, through the forest where a single leaf dreams. You must have heard of it. Surely, you've seen the burning bridge. In fact, all you need to do is check your credit card statement. I agree, you've used our services before. Simply complete the following satisfaction survey, and you stand a chance to win a round-trip ticket to Tlon. The Lake of Fractured Reflections, the forest where a single leaf dreams, the burning bridge. The prison poised by the telephone is sure that these places do not exist in Gomez Palacio or anywhere else. But the riddle woven into these words is of far greater value than the promised ticket itself.
I have never heard of your company, nor have I ever been one of your customers.
But you must have played our indisputable board game, Romance Language Edition. A linguistic marvel of subverting contingency and materialism. Regrettably, at present, the game is single-player only. We are, however, working on improvements. Tell me, would you be interested in a multiplayer format? Perhaps you've got a few close friends handy. Some fellow language game aficionados? Fragments of glass and unbroken mirrors cast back the prisoner's image, multiplying him into infinity. The prisoner nods, wordlessly. Splendid! We are now ready to enhance your board game experience. Kindly stand up, face the direction of the Aurora. Open up Volume 11, Hrungnir and the Synthesis of Scientific Cosmology, and spin around 16 times. Oh my god, oh my god. This is incredible. Stay calm. A mild sense of disorientation is an entirely natural response. Now, what vision presents itself in the mirror? In the mirror, the poet, philosopher, physician, and alchemist ripple in unison.
A tangled convergence devoid of purpose.
Now, I'll need you to check the second appendix, Idealism and Contingent Phenomena Concordance Table. Then, identify the corresponding notion and scribble it down on top of your chart. And there you go! Your multiplayer upgrade is now complete! From now on, every game will begin with a single action, placing a mirror at the map's center. Everyone knows, mirrors expand the world. Mirrors invoke revulsion. Mirrors embody the infinite. Naturally, we hope you will be understanding. This upgrade does come with a few flaws. It is not a seamless revision. Should you experience any irregularities, we recommend removing all traces of material reality from the game and reinserting them, manually if necessary. Thank you for your participation. Tell me, what do you think of the game so far? The question is laid out like a trap. A test to reveal whether the prisoner is still imprisoned within the confines of language.
A manual removal of more materialistic elements. In a consummate game of words.
A brilliant reply, sir. Brilliant, yes. You have demonstrated a stellar understanding of the indisputable board game's true significance. I guess I'll do this one. As it stands, our current understanding of reality is inadequate to unravel the mystery of this inexplicable call. We must anchor our objectivity in the solidity of being itself. Through thought and discourse, we will, in time, find our hands upon the door of transcendentality. Part of me wonders if this should have been Aleph. I don't know.
Hard to say if anyone is an Aleph in this story.
Yeah. Oh boy. Oh, okay. I clicked again, and that was it. Wow. I need to get a drink of water. That was a lot of talking that time.
Yep. Oh, okay. So if there's a sword next to it, then it's a battle. Okay. That makes sense.
And I feel like there's no... I remember when I played it... Oh, actually, I guess I can't remember if there is... I don't think there's... I think Kinoko-kun confirmed that there's no story after the battle ones.
Mhm.
I want to say. Except for, I think, the final one. And that's why we were leaving it.
Yes.
Okay, so
Alice
part 3,
credit card
part
scam
4.
personality. I mean, I mentioned Spamton, but that definitely, like, same vibe.
What's Spamton?
Now's your chance to be a big shot. Sorry,
I don't know that reference.
Deltarune. Undertale.
Okay, I basically have only ever played the first chapter of Deltarune years and years ago when it first dropped.
Ah, yes,
and
5
I need
years
to get
ago.
back in now that it's done.
It's not done. It's
Yeah.
not done.
It's still not done? Oh my
No,
gosh.
we're only on chapter 5, 4, 5, 5, 5. And there's still going to be
Oh.
5 more chapters, so you might have to wait a decade
Oh my gosh.
if you're willing to
Maybe I
wait.
should play it every 5 years. So it's been 5 years, now I'll play the next little bunch.
I would say start from the beginning, honestly.
Yeah, it's been so long. I would definitely need to start over again, go through the whole thing. Okay,
All right. Shall we then?
this is wild. Let's do part 5. Yeah.
Oh, part. Oh, yes. Sorry, this is a fight.
Yeah. Part
Yes.
3 and 4 are both combat.
All right, part 5. Also, the images and the mirror fragments.
Yeah.
It's like they're all
Ooh.
Aleph, but they're all distorted.
Yeah. Okay. I've opened part 5 and I'm ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Ukbar part 5. A single die appears on the desk. A worn, black, 20-sided die, a symbol of chance and fate. The solitary prisoner rolls it between his fingers. The cell itself shifts imperceptibly with the rhythm of his breath.
Is this for the indisputable board game? A tool for responding to questions on the other side of the line? A word game shaped by the randomness of being and the pursuit of idealism? I suppose a die that never settles is quite fitting. But who will oversee our game? The poet, the philosopher, or some as yet unknown player standing at the edge of our arena?
Imagine that, sir. 21 minutes and 40 seconds. And here you are, still on the line. You, sir, are a kind and patient gentleman, but beyond all, an impeccable connoisseur of board games. The Ukbar company's business has covered every facet of human life and will, if no one stands in our way, eventually come to encompass every aspect of reality. Now, through the marvel of modern telecommunication technology, we intend to help you become a part of the inevitable. But our work is far from over. Within a global corporeal empire like Ukbar, there is always more to be done. Each day, I traverse the burning bridge. Oh, forgive me, sir. Back to business. Have you got any pastimes you'd like to share? Or shall we say, preoccupations?
The answer to that is both singular and infinite.
Really, sir, I don't mean to offend, but I wouldn't call answering phones a pastime, even if it's something I happen to do as well. It's far from the sort of thing that stokes the fires of passion, ha ha! Now, a fascination with linguistic paradoxes, linearity, or lack thereof, of storytelling, psychology, and speculative fiction, those are true passions. Perhaps that's why the company decided I was so well suited for this role. Only, I admit that lately, things have been unusually complicated. Ukbar has a way of erasing memories. Is it arcane skill, or merely idealism? I can't say for certain. What I do know is that I've been searching for a number, a forgotten one, a woman's number. I hear her voice, always, ceaselessly, and always loudest when I step onto the burning bridge. The static sharpens to the point of becoming unbearable. Then, in the unnatural silence that follows, the prisoner hears an echo from the unknown. Whoa. There's a new person.
All right. I'll leave that to you then.
Okay, I'll take it. This is curious.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, this is Laura. I'm not home right now, and to be honest, I won't be back for some time. I'm exhausted, and I just can't stay here any longer. But one day I will return. If it's important, leave a message with Orbis after the tone. That way I'll get to it as soon as possible.
An answering machine. And the speaker has a Spanish accent.
Oh.
Certainly not Castilian, not European. You wanna do that again?
Oh no, oh no. And there are people who live in Central and South America listening as we speak.
Well, Teresa was
Let me
busy
think.
today, so it is what it is.
I want to try it again just because I don't know when it'll come back. Ooh. I'll give it a try. This might be terrible. Apologies ahead of time. Hi, this is Laura. I'm not home right now, and to be honest, I won't be back for some time. I'm exhausted, and I just can't stay here any longer. But one day I'll return. If it's important, leave a message with Orbis after the tone. That way I'll get to it as soon as possible.
Yeah. Not bad.
Did my best.
That's all I ask. An answering machine. And the speaker has a Spanish accent. Certainly not Castilian, not European. Latin America. Spanish-speaking territories. Argentina, Mexico, Guatemala, Peru, Chile, Venezuela, Bolivia, Cuba, Costa Rica, Panama. Why not dial every number in these regions? You will find her voice eventually.
It eats away at me, sir. Day in and day out, confined to this coffin of a cubicle. I find myself asking, where has she gone? Has something happened to her? Is she safe? My mind turns more and more to darker explanations. That something has happened. That her life has come unwound. I just want to help her. Maybe she was someone I once knew. I can't remember much of anything from before. Sometimes I'd rather she was just another customer and nothing more. I need to check on her again. Making calls is what I'm best at, and I can keep calling forever. Or for as long as I stay in Ukbar. Until I've gone through every pattern of numbers. Every one of them. Again. You're absolutely right, sir. Sooner or later, I will find her again.
Ooh,
This is so much fun.
it's a chilling
this is
story
actually-
so far.
Yeah.
Well,
You can kind of use your imagination.
we're all mad here, and it's a very maddening story.
It's a mad, mad world.
Mad world. Alright, so we move on then to
We do.
Las Babas del Diablo.
Here we go. Which is...
Okay, it still says identity up there.
Oh, okay, these are perhaps different identities.
Mhm.
Okay. So if you are good to go, let's start with part 1.
All good.
Okay. Perhaps if it's okay with you, after we finish Las Babas del Diablo, I would love to stop for a lunch break for myself.
Of course. 20 minutes or
something-
30 minutes?
20 is probably fine.
Alright.
Yeah, that would work. But first, with part 1, Las Babas del Diablo. A cluster of nerve pain tightens its grip on the man as he withers away in confinement.
There was no phone. I'm sure you realize that already, but I'll remind you. It wasn't there. Not until it started ringing. It was a survey call from hell. No real questions were asked, and no answers were needed. No philosophy, no science, no history, no art. Nothing of any real consequence. Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Paracelsus. Okay.
Mhm.
You've been doing so much. I'll take this one.
Yeah, go for it, go for it.
Although Paracelsus is a real person, I think, in history. Unlike Merlin
Hmm.
and Aleph. I think Paracelsus was like a Renaissance artist or an
It looks
alchemist.
like, yeah, Renaissance. The German Renaissance in particular. Medical revolution in the 16th century.
Hmm. I'm a bit rusty on my 16th century history. Oh, Dahlia says that Aleph is jobless. Yeah, his occupation is prisoner. A prisoner of his own mind.
Indeed.
Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and give them a bit of a whiny voice.
All right.
Surely it wasn't an actual call from hell? I suspect this is nothing more than another of our neuroses manifesting itself. As we re-enter our labyrinth of recollection, it every so often collapses to chaos. Given that, it would be better to conclude this is only an illusion wrought by hypothemesia. Fragments of discourse interlace, shaping a story both novel and obscure. Like Las Babas del Diablo, the threads of reality stretch in a myriad directions, linked by some unknowable force. What is it that you suggest? That we are mentally compromised? How positively unlikely. Just consider how many of us are doctors here. If we really were slipping into madness, then we could treat it. But taking medicine at random is not a compromise we can handle. We don't have much time left, Paracelsus. We cannot afford to waste it on ourselves. Huh. To see a rose reborn from the ashes, one must at least have the patience to watch it bloom. Perfection is demanded in all things. Even the tiniest particle of dust could doom the creation of the elixir of immortality. Every alembic, every ember, every vial must be meticulously positioned, without deviation. But achieving such precision is too difficult. Wouldn't you agree? Of all of us, you stand close to our triumph, master alchemists. Okay, so they are the alchemists. Cool.
Mm.
All look to you, all follow your guidance. And yet, are you about to claim, as Aleph does, that beyond this point there is only emptiness? No, of course not. I'm only pointing out that we can't afford to lose ourselves in these infinite minutiae day after day. Mental fatigue is an inevitable consequence of the strain we put ourselves through. I have walked this path for many years. The rose, nourished by the fountain of immortality, has remained unchanged for 1,000 days. But who can say if it will wilt tomorrow? I have done everything within my power. The rest is in the hands of God.
Beep beep. Beep beep. Beep. The darkness stirs as an old, worn screen flickers on in the darkened room. The dull tone persists, rippling through stagnant air. Inside the sealed glass, a rose trembles as one of its wilted petals falls. His hand rises, hesitating for a moment, before selecting a chat window that has long remained dormant.
You are back.
What do you think? Should this be narrator or Aleph?
I think you're right. I think these big block decks are Aleph, so I'll go ahead and read this.
Yeah.
We are aware of it now, but awareness is not enough. Our theories are insufficient, our knowledge incomplete. We need more books, more truth, more reality. Sheesh.
Now, what's the chat window about? What is...
Well-
it's so stark in the rest of the setting.
We are in the 90s, so AOL is definitely a thing, right? We could have AOL ready if it's like late enough in the 90s. Though I wonder if this is like post storm or pre storm. We don't know when Aleph was
Right.
plucked from the timeline.
Yeah. Hmm.
I wouldn't even be surprised if Aleph was one of the people from the original timeline, like with the Foundation.
Hmm. Oh yeah. Okay. He's been like, and he's seen every single storm, and yeah.
Mhm. But
Hmm.
you know, that's just the speculation for now.
Yeah.
You missed the polling session?
Oh.
Was there a polling session?
He's probably talking about me pulling for Aleph. That the VOD is up on YouTube, Blank. But honestly, it went pretty fast.
Yeah.
I got him after 410 pulls, maybe.
Ooh.
So it was like 60 something pity
Mhm.
at that point. But yep, I have Aleph. Anyway, we are, as you can see, Blank, we are just voice acting the side story for Aleph this patch. Blank is so mean! You're so mean!
Good night, Blank.
Yep, you go to sleep now, okay. Thanks for stopping by and wishing me to lose my next 50-50, Blank. Love you too.
My ad is currently running, so I'm just gonna go ahead and yap while it runs, for a little bit.
Oh yeah.
So I also rolled for Aleph as well, and I
Yeah.
think I did surprisingly well this patch. Like, I lost 50-50 in Recoleta after like 40 rolls, but then immediately got her on my first 10 roll.
Ooh.
So that was pretty cool. And
Ooh.
then Aleph, I was able to get within 30 rolls, winning 50-50 as well.
That's so good.
Yeah. The video of rolling Aleph is up on YouTube, and this is a good time as any while the ad is running to let folks know. I did share the link with you, Shiny, but I know you're doing research still. But for me, I am seriously applying to become or rather, an official reverse 1999 content creator.
That's right.
If you'd like to help with that, the video of me rolling for Aleph singing "The Police's Every Breath You Take" is up on YouTube. If you'd be so kind as to subscribe to my channel, that'd be very helpful to boost my chance of becoming a content creator for Reverse 999. I applied to them, and well, you know, they kind of look at statistics like subscriber count and view counts for the videos. So if you'd also go specifically to my playlist titled Reverse 999, and you know, play that playlist and watch the videos, like them or comment, that would also help immensely as well.
Yes. Go watch Decaf stuff and leave comments and likes and subscribe.
And while you're at it, check out ShinyBot TV's VODs on YouTube as well. This particular voice acting session will be up on Shiny's channel first. I would be uploading it about a month from now after some editing. I think for this one, I might actually go the extra mile and like add some sprites in manually just to keep things visually interesting.
For some reason, the closed captions heard me say "and subscribe" and wrote "unsubscribe." No, I want you. It just did it again. And subscribe. And subscribe.
You gotta
Not
pronounce it.
unsubscribe.
You gotta pronounce the D and
And
subscribe.
That's too funny.
Yeah, that's a bit of a weakness of language, is that sometimes syllables kind of roll into each other. Plosives don't get stated.
And fricatives and all those other words that I'm slowly losing from the years I studied linguistics in college. Years and years ago.
The brown fox jumps over the lazy dog.
It doesn't actually capture what everyone's saying in my stream. It just captures what's coming from my microphone. It only accesses my microphone using the browser. Otherwise, I would let you know if that showed up properly. But
I imagine it probably wouldn't because I have a Filipino accent.
you sounded perfectly clear. You're doing great. You're doing good.
Oh, my other like notified me. By the way, folks, if you want to support the streams, we are currently
Right.
sponsored. Sorry, I'm currently sponsored, I should say.
Yay!
By the game Call of Dragons. It's a PC game. It's only 6 gigabytes of space, so it's not too much compared to Genshin and other
Mhm.
heavy-duty MMO games. If you'd be so kind as to install it, I get a monetary incentive for every install. And City Hall level 5, level 11, level 14 also help me immensely as well. If you'd be so kind as to help with that. The sponsorship ends on July 2nd. Okay, let's get back into it then. Talking about the trappings of
Alright.
language. Let's continue the language game here.
Linguistics.
Mhm.
Alright. Let's get on with part 2 of Las Babas del
wait.
Diablo. Except it's not part 2
yeah,
because
part
that's a
two's fine.
fight.
I was gonna
Part
say.
3. Okay, so if you're ready for part 3, I will start.
Let's go.
Okay. Endless scrolls of messages spill across the small screen, like a nosy virtual neighbor, disregarding any notion of consent.
You got
Ooh.
mail.
I would love to voice the linguist because I was a linguistic major in college and for no other reason.
Please do.
Okay, let's see. Okay. There's something unusual in the way this dialogue is unfolding. Who in their right mind would greet a person missing for over a year with "you're back," as if your last exchange had been a few minutes ago? I'd be willing to put money on it. You have no concept of time whatsoever. The prisoner requires no special insight to see it. The linguist, on the other end of the screen, is not the one he had previously been speaking to. Oh, the chat window, maybe?
You're not the linguist.
Oh. Oh my gosh, I was trying to do a German accent and failing, but it's Ludwig. Okay. Naturally, I'm not Ludwig. You're linguist. You can call me Lawrence Butterfly, if that name holds any meaning for you.
Oh, quick pause.
What's that?
Lawrence Institutum. The organization of X, who is like trying to discover the secret of the world by seeing how far the storm can take them.
Oh.
And also the same organization that X recruited Eagle into. Although I don't think she was fully aware of that.
It's the butterfly effect.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The Lawrence Institute is supposedly part of the foundation, but specifically is a like separate organization within the foundation somehow. With what are they called? The Computing Institute. What's their name?
Wait, there's Laplace, there's...
Laplace, that's it. The Laplace
Oh,
Computing
okay.
Institute. Yeah. They're supposed to be part of the Laplace Computing Institute, and their headquarters are there, and yet no one seems able to find it until, they get mysterious research notes that tell them, hey, look at this, try this.
Oh.
X seems to be part of that organization, and Eagle's father was as well. And based on the anecdote, it seems Eagle joined them, though I don't think she's fully aware that she is part of them.
Oh.
Their members all wear butterflies on their outfits.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Okay, sorry. Just had to very quickly nerd out over the lore.
Yeah. I think I knew that was familiar, but I couldn't remember how. Go for it.
As you wish then, Lawrence Butterfly.
He complies without resistance, reshaping the designation in his mind.
Then to say that he has vanished. The linguist, I mean.
That's right. One day he just up and disappeared. There's nothing left but an empty husk and a disaster in his wake. No one can say for sure what happened. Everyone's been scrambling around since. It seems like we keep expecting him to just reappear and take back his garbage spot as easily as he left it.
Then, you are searching for him as well.
That's a generous assumption. But at least if we're talking about what it is I'm doing, then sure. As for why I keep doing it, haha. Let me paint a picture for you. I'm in a long-abandoned office. How I got here is irrelevant. Let's just say a certain research institute's security team dropped the ball. This place is empty, worthless, except for this 3x6 computer, former property of your linguist. Getting it up and running without setting off any alarms wasn't easy. I've said this 1,000 times before. Redefined dragon tree resin is a disaster waiting to happen. Using it for any electronic device was madness. Now, the entire circuit board is crawling with these damn critters. This computer, much like the linguist, has been weighed down by an utterly gratuitous affinity for classical design. All things considered, the fact this thing still functions is nothing short of a miracle. Laplace, Lawrence, thief, robber, researcher, arcanum, linguist. The prisoner orders and reorders the words in his mind, absent of ethical weight. So far, no answer presents itself. The only thing of any use in here is a remote communication program. It's so damn clean. It almost makes me mad. Even more baffling is that this program is still running after all this time, and there's only one chat visible in the logs, yours. For someone the linguist never mentioned to anyone else, Mr. Aleph. You two certainly had a lot to talk about. Your chat history reads like an infinite loop. Between June 12th and June 22nd, 2004, you dissected a single preposition over the course of 3,000 messages. From March to July 2005, you two spent 4 months fixating on whether a holiday language exists, exchanging 1.2 million words. With a little editing, it could pass for a landmark philological thesis. I have to say, it's a bizarre thing. You're like some kind of ghost in the machine, a hallucination he conjured. So what are you? An undercover Laplace agent? Or maybe just an imaginary friend?
I am not with Laplace. As for being his friend, I wouldn't know how he defines us. We merely exchange our thoughts when the occasion arises.
Alright. You're touchy about calling him a friend. That's fine. I wouldn't be surprised if Ludwig felt the same way. I suppose that makes you something of an unofficial advisor to Laplace.
My responses are not confined to the Laplace institution, nor were they reserved for the linguist's question alone.
Oh? So you'll just answer anyone with about anything? Why is that, Aleph? Think you know everything? It's a bit egotistical. Unless you're actually a program. Just some old process running on a loop in this dusting thing. Or maybe that's why they've kept you on.
I am not a program.
Thanks for your honest answer, Aleph. And yet, oddly enough, I feel more confused about you than ever. No matter. I think your responses might somehow be more mechanical than a program. So let's change the subject.
Okay, so based on
Hmm.
this,
Hmm.
I think Lawrence Butterfly here might actually be a separate person.
Hmm.
And the
Yeah.
linguist was another facet of Aleph's personality, Ludwig,
Hmm.
but maybe the dice was like keeping their, well, it was like giving the linguist a body that could work in Laplace, if that makes sense.
Wow.
Because like the idealist and Merlin had their own bodies, right? Up until we broke
It
everything.
sure did seem like it, yeah.
So I wonder if like the other personalities were also given bodies thanks to the die,
Yeah.
the Tear of Babylon, right? Um,
Right.
and if that's maybe how like that version of him was able to carry on as if they were separate people.
Hmm.
Hard to say. Hard to say.
It is very hard to say. I already have a hard time tracking stories in this game, and Aleph's story is just on another level.
Yep, that's the ID for you.
Yay!
All right,
Hmm.
let's
Okay,
do the
so
So go ahead.
Part 5 then, right?
Yes. Then you can
Okay.
take your lunch.
Yes, then we will break for 20 minutes after this. Okay. 2 books rest upon the unpolished wooden table before him. One book bears the title Meaning and Mental Phenomena, Vienna First Edition, 1921. The other, Structural Analysis of Symbolic Systems, Selected Philosophical Propositions, 1918. The pages are aged and yellowed, and the first cover is adorned by a precarious slip of paper with the words, "To my dear friend Aleph, Ludwig." The books rest against each other at a calculated 20-degree tilt, an arrangement that forms a structure both intelligible and functional.
Problems do not truly exist in gradients of complexity. They are, at their core, just a series of problems. Every problem must have an answer, and each answer in turn may lead to transcendentality. That is how it is, isn't it?
You know, I dabble in a little side business, purely for the enjoyment of it, which has led me to some truly unusual encounters. But a screen-bound conversationalist claiming to possess all the answers to the universe. Now that hits my top 3 most bizarre for sure. Second place, an arcanist who was erased from the very fabric of society. A few years back in Luxembourg, I was researching an arcanist when, overnight, he simply ceased to exist. Maybe it was a curse. Whatever it was, everyone forgot all about him, which, in turn, made my research obsolete. Apologies. You'll find I enjoy extrapolating from and deciphering my subjects' minds until I get a full grasp to them. It's really the only way I can find some joy in the work. As for the strangest of them all, it was something that happened in 1999. I was at Cambridge, sitting in on a philosophy class, when the bird-headed professor suddenly stopped mid-sentence and declared that being a philosophy professor was the most absurd profession in the world. No sooner than that, he left and resigned his post. Another investigation cut abruptly short. Thief. Assassin. Sociopath. Laplace. Lawrence. The scattered words solidify, locking into a discernible pattern. This time, the prisoner has his answer.
You are an assassin with a talent for analysis, and the linguist is the latest of your targets. If you are looking for the linguist's location, I cannot help you. At least not yet. Your identity is relevant. I simply do not know.
An absurd truth. But what compels such unguarded honesty? Perhaps because he is even less of a threatening conversation partner than a program. Don't be hasty, Aleph. For researchers and assassins alike, truth is like las babas del diablo. Thousands of strands, impossibly entangled, forming patterns that twist into incomprehensible messes. But what you mistake for incomprehension is merely the first flicker of a clue. Tell me about your work, you and your linguist. I want you to see what kind of cosmic embers your twin intellects have sparked.
The linguist and I, or to be exact, he and the idealist, have been engaged in the pursuit of a perfect linguistic framework.
Is that so? Then you believe in the possibility of a perfect language.
There are languages whose phonetics are widely regarded as elegant, and others valued for their communicative precision. Yet among them all, I have found no single language that embodies perfection. Yet, the ideal is determined to create a language that tolerates no vagueness, one in which every term is precisely defined and controlled. In this endeavor, he and the linguist were aligned. The linguist held that only by building and maintaining rigid definitions would be able to erect a true foundation for metaphysics. Completing this task would eradicate the notion of skepticism that has persisted for over a century and resolve the nascent contradictions of empirical inquiry. Each of them sought to create a linguistic framework capable of encapsulating their own understanding of reality.
I see why you got along so well. Someone's coming. I'll have to put this on hold for now. The details of your perfect language model. I have a feeling they hold more pieces of the puzzle behind the linguist's disappearance. I will unravel Las Babel de Diablos. The words twist and distort before the prisoner's eyes. They unfurl into a band of digits and keystrokes, their logic forming an entire world and revealing to the prisoner sights never before seen. The dust-covered office door opens as a security officer storms in.
Let's go and do this one.
Okay.
Identify yourself. What are you doing here? This entire floor is off limits.
Oh, I thought it was Aleph's room.
No, it's somewhere in the plus, I
Okay.
think.
Yeah. Me? Oh, I just happened to be passing by and noticed the door was open. If you want to point fingers, maybe start with whoever left this place unlocked.
Step away from that device, ma'am. You're in direct violation of Appendix 3, Section 68 of the LSAC Safety Management Regulations. According to protocol, I have no choice but to...
Hold on. This is a piece of history right here. You need to respect its delicate circuitry. Handle it with care. Ah, great. Now you've gone and riled up the critters. A swarm of critters surges through the machine, shorting its circuits in an instant. Flames catch on dust-laden files, and the abandoned office erupts into an all-consuming blaze. Well, let's just hope Ludwig really is dead. Okay. Wow.
Okay, so that kind of confirms that Lawrence Butterfly is a separate person from Aleph.
Mm-hmm.
A ma'am,
Seems
though.
to be.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I
Interesting.
have a few suspects in mind.
Oh.
No, wait, no, it can't be Matilda's mom because Matilda's mom is like well known.
Yeah.
Could be like Kayla, Sister Grace, aka.
Oh.
Like if we're talking clandestine operations. That's a little bit unclear as to if she's really a spy for Constantine or not. That is the kind of theory with phototaxis is that it's her ability being used. And she's kind of like suppressing her
Oh.
consciousness somehow.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Questions. The lore deepens.
It does. I didn't even know we were gonna get this kind of lore. It's interesting. Okay. Well, with that, I think I will take a break for about 20 minutes to eat some lunch.
As will I.
And when we return, we will be continuing with El Gusano, which already I want to look that up, what that means. El Gusano.
I think it's some kind
The-
of like dipping sauce.
The worm.
Oh, the worm.
Gusano. Ooh.
Now my tryptophobia is acting up.
Oh.
All right. You enjoy your meal. I will as well.
Mm.
And
Okay.
chat, stick around. We'll be back in 20 minutes. I'll run an ad
Yes.
right now and then again later on, so that doesn't happen like soon.
Mhm. Yes, sounds good.
See you in a
All
while,
right.
folks.
See you in a bit.
I can show you how to be strong in the real way, and I know that we can be strong in the real way. And I want to inspire you. I want to be your rocker when I talk. It lights a fire in you. I want to inspire you. I want to be your rocker when I talk. It lights a fire in you.
Call me Flutterpage. I used to live in Millwall with my mum and dad and sister. But that don't matter no more, does it?
Okay, looks like the ritual roll worked. Do 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 sleep work 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 sleep work. Now I have children of my own. They ask their mother, what will I be? Will I be handsome? Will I be rich? I tell them tenderly, que sera, sera. Whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. Que sera, sera. What will be, will be. What will be, will be. Que sera, sera.
Oh, dear stranger, journeying to a pub, and the many days pass fast till I see you again.
So, this is it?
Forget, I'll do it sometime. I'm locked up on the button. Can't you do it sometime? Push it too far. Fine, electrify mine. Electrify my golden tooth. Can't look at your eyes without sparking some. Electrify my Electrify my
Hanabi_Kitty subscribe
Thank
to
you,
your
Nabi.
channel for 0
Welcome in,
months.
welcome in. Surprise, I'm in the same time, beneath the same sun. Oh man, you got me two sides, oh, my little buttercup, that hurt. Fine, electrify mine, electrify my golden tube. Can't look at those eyes without sparking sun. Electrify my electrify my electrify electrify my A sincerely wonderful good morning everyone and welcome to today's stream. My name is the Gavin Video. I'm a video game streamer who primarily plays RPG games. I am also a hobby voice actor and singer, so you'll hear me do one or both of those things for the stream. My pronouns are he, they, and today we are doing karaoke. So, if you have any requests, as you've seen our wonderful mod Hanabi just do, you can go ahead and use !! song request space the name of your song in order to put it here on this here list. Welcome. Follow Yuki24 guys for a variety of games. They were playing Food Simulator, but they play a lot of this game that I'm playing right now, Overwatch 2. So please give them a follow if you'd like more Overwatch 2 content or any variety of games. That was not a teammate. I thought that was a teammate. I legitimately thought, I was like, why am I not hitting this person? Oh, right, because it's an enemy and I should not be healing this enemy. Whoops. You've heard of friendly fire. Have you heard of enemy healing? Oops.
Triggy and I also have Sunbreak.
Ooh.
Decaf doesn't because Decaf is a completionist and is waiting to fully complete the first part.
No, bad.
Yeah, yes he is.
Bad.
What?
What it is? Because if it is, like,
How are you
we
calling
need
me out?
intervention.
What?
We need intervention, like, right now, actually.
Yeah.
If it's actually just like a money issue, that's understandable. But if you are legitimately holding out for completion's sake, oh my god. Oh my
No.
god.
I'm not holding out for
Puppy
completion's
Bunny
sake.
Dongo, they're a tasty treat.
Is this the newest one?
It is a money issue.
Newest Monster Hunter?
I'm not waiting to complete everything. Here's my interpretation of how Kave programmed Barak. Alright, Barak. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and program Alhatab's voice. Register this into your log as Daddy. Sorry.
It seems you suffer from a pathetic delusion. That's right. You've seen it clearly. Because I, the one who has claimed dominion over evil, am the ultimate weapon. If the bell of catastrophe rings throughout the night,
and since the oath made 5 centuries ago remains unfulfilled,
it is the universe's providence to stop it. I am he who cuts the insolent catalyst which flows out from the chaos with the sword of victory. It's only fitting that I deserve to be called the ultimate weapon.
I assume that's the end of your speech? Good. People like us, let our blades do the talking!
Weak, 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 I say! It doesn't even pierce my heart!
Do you really want this? Fine, I guess. Oh wait, no, it's Wanderer. Sorry. Shao. What's that line? The dead would rather rise again than face off against me. Sorry, my sound's not that good. I forgot the line. Lament! Drink water. Get on your knees and drink water.
Paimon accidentally choked on some water again.
Now I sit all alone, wishing all my feelings gone. I gave my best to you, nothing for me to do, but I've one last cry, before I leave it all behind. Gotta put you out of my mind this time. Stop living a lie. I guess I'm down to my last cry. Getting girl. No. Oh, come on, Mr. Security. I wanna play with her too. Shut up. Move them now. Alright. I'll move them, my dear. But on one condition. You have to play with me. We don't have time for games, girls. You know better than that. That's not how it works. This is my department, and you have to abide by my rules. You know that, right? Isn't that right, guys? Woo! Let's go! Do we have an understanding, Mr.
Hello everyone, I have returned. Hope the night is treating you well, or the day, depending on where you are. For me myself, I am enjoying the voice acting collab here at 4 in the morning. A very healthy hour for us human beings. As it were, I just want to thank you everyone so much for being here. We've been having a lot of fun doing the voice acting so far, and I want to keep doing this with any new reverse patches. Though, I would like to remind that if anyone would like to join us for these voice acting collabs, if you're a content creator, streamer on Twitch, you could let us know, and I guess the only real requirement would be if you are okay with spoilers or are already caught up with the story. Otherwise, it's purely voluntary. These collab sessions. It's a lot of fun, but no one's required to be here. And on that note, I have been watching a lot of other reverse streamers lately. Jessica is one who is relatively new. Up Here Nights, as well as of latest SSR, both of whom I discovered through Shiny rather than, through Teresa, rather than on my own. And goodness gracious, they make some really cool, interesting analyses on the game. And I've also gone around the fandom and seen some of the meme creators, some of whom were actually commissioned to create art and animations for the game. and a surprising number of cosplayers. I guess I shouldn't be too surprised, but it's always a wonder to see cosplayers out in the wild. By which I mean the internet. I don't mean like outside. Um, Most folks don't usually wear cosplay costumes on the daily. There, supposedly there's a time and a place for this kind of things, though. I would argue that dyed hair has become normalized. Maybe someday costumes outside a normal getup will be normalized as well. Who can say? Speaking on dyed hair, my viewers are aware that I am currently between jobs, and though I currently have this bleached hair here that turns it to a blonde, I've actually been trying to turn it white for a while. I would have to, bleach it and then dye it too for that to happen. However, even the bleaching part has been something I had to put on hold. My excuse to myself before being between jobs, quitting, was that I was just too busy, and it was because work kept giving me a lot of overtime and extra work, so I had never had the time to actually like go and like have my hair done. And between that and medical expenses for certain things, I just couldn't afford it. Now that I'm between jobs, I have all the time, but none of the money. um, which is why I do appreciate those who have helped with the sponsorship so far. It's very much appreciated, and those who, stick through all these ads that happen here and there. I am thinking that I'll probably be, bleaching my own hair at some point if I would be able to get a job again. That would be like the first or second priority for me. First priority I guess should be actually proving myself and then keeping that job, and finding one that would like pay well, also give me flexible hours. I've been really considering whether I should do like part-time or full-time. Right now I've been looking at like work at home jobs because, well, editing has been so much fun, and editing has also kind of become something of a uh, marketable skill for me. In fact, I've been hired on as an editor a few times now by other creators, and it tends to pay better than my previous job, which, believe it or not, is true. Though the jobs themselves are by commission, so maybe someday I would actually find someone who would be able to like hire me on full time. Though the rates for any editor, even one as cheap as me, is rather high. So that is a dream. If you want to check out my editing work, there are VODs of our voice acting collabs over on YouTube that have been compiled into a playlist. It's called Reverse 999 Voice Acting Collabs. Or you could, look at any of the videos with the thumbnails where you see Teresa and Shiny on the, or Shelly or Riku on the front. Those are pretty good indications that it's a collab. I edit those quite a bit, though I also edit other gameplay videos as well. Specifically, gameplay videos with Hanabi and the others, where I added some visual jokes, some audio things here and there. And right now, my big project is that I'm editing for a podcast, an upcoming podcast between GSC Nation and the Lady Rights. Hopefully, they like what they paid for. I have admittedly taken my time with this particular project because I really want to get it like done well. It being a first episode of their podcast and all. But also because I've been between editing all the other videos for YouTube. Like, as soon as I was between jobs, I've been editing and uploading every single day. Right now, my YouTube command, tells people that I upload like up to 3 times a week. That has not been true for a long time. I've actually been able to edit multiple times for multiple weeks every single day ever since October of last year. It's been wild. Well, almost every day, I should say. Like there's been one or two lapses, but for the most part, it's been a video every day. Now, the reason for that is, of course, that I have a bit of a backlog that I want to like get through and upload as much as possible. Like Monster Hunter videos that are like from last year, the Persona 3 streams that I would like to edit so that I can feel like it's okay for me to stream it live as well, and some more special like video games that I've been playing here on stream. Unitopia, um, Lost Ruins, the My Friendly Neighborhood game, which I was able to beat, but I'm planning to revisit at some point for completionist run, things like that. Oh, looks like Shiny is in their own chat, talking, probably still eating. Take your time, Shiny. Take your time. Speaking of taking time, I'm just gonna go ahead and another ad here. And while the ad is running, tell folks that if you'd like to support the stream, do check out our sponsorship. I'm currently sponsored by the game Call of Dragons up until July 2nd, which will be Wednesday this week. So at this point, the only way to get to the final goal would be to use gems. But installing the game already gives me an incentive, a multi incentive, and it'll keep the stream afloat. City Hall level 5 can be done within a day. City Hall level 11 can be done in 3 days, and then I guess if you use the gems, you could like just barely hit the level 14 goal as well. All of those goals, though, whatever one you do, would be helpful. And if you're unable to download the game yourself onto your Windows PC because you don't have Windows or you don't have a PC to play on, totally fine. I do appreciate you just being here, sitting through this ad that's playing over my sponsorship read, so people don't hear it. But the important thing is that however you choose to support, sitting through ads, playing the sponsorship, watching YouTube videos or whatever, all those are greatly appreciated. And just want to say thank you again so much for being awesome and being here. I started streaming so that I could like kind of stave off the loneliness of existence, and yeah, I could say that that's definitely one of the things that has been greatly reduced. I started streaming I think towards the end of, well, I know the pandemic's still going, but towards the end of lockdown period of pandemic. And boy, let me tell you, the pandemic was a very lonely time for sure. Hey, Shocklin's emotes. Oh, speaking of other reverse streamers that I've been, or reverse content creators I've been checking out, Shocklin is one of them. Though Shocklin is one of the more casual players of the game. I've really been looking for like other people who might be interested in joining our voice acting collabs. But I've also been looking for people who are like either okay with spoilers or are more caught up with the story, and those are a bit rarer, right? Because there aren't people who are like not that they're not as into the game, but rather they might not have the time to necessarily keep up with the game among the other games that they're playing, especially the people who play Genshin Impact or Honkai Star Rail or any of the Hoyoverse games. Really, those are super time consuming on their own, and then like playing indie games or other games on top of that to like diversify the portfolio, as it were, like Date Everything, Deltarune, Altars. What's any of that other game that just came out? Not Assassin's Creed Shadows. Deltarune, Altars, Date Everything. Oh, Persona 5X, right? Another gacha game, but it's been a really good time for gaming. So it's not surprising that he might not be giving priority to, our visual novel game here, Reverse 999. But I do hope more people be interested, and perhaps I can find more people who would be up for joining our voice acting collabs, perhaps. I've
I
tried.
return.
Hello, welcome in.
Sorry to interrupt. Go ahead. Continue.
Oh, I was just talking about prospective people I've tried to invite to join West End collabs.
Mm.
Shocklin I saw was like, averse to spoilers, so I didn't end up asking them.
Oh.
And Shocklin is also someone who kind of plays the game at their own pace. They are
Sure.
doing things at their own pace. They're just like between the real life and the streaming.
Yeah.
Though they play reverse a lot, thankfully. So it's very fun to hang out there. I've also invited Ayane Dawn, though Ayane I think has kind of put a pause on reverse to play more games with friends. So I'm not sure if they would really be up for what do you call this?
Hmm.
Catching up and then playing the story to like do voice line collabs. Though they have mentioned that to always let them know if there's like a schedule or anything, if in case that they would might be able to join. Who can say?
Mhm. And sorry, stream. I forgot to unmute myself in OBS, so only Decaf could hear me there. But that's fine. I didn't have anything to say really.
Yeah, you just said you were here. Welcome back.
Yep, that was it.
How was your lunch?
It was yummy leftover Indian butter chicken.
That sounds good.
Yummy stuff.
I myself have squid rings or calamares waiting for me.
Yum.
After our botanic collab here, I'm debating with myself if I want to keep going because I have been streaming for about 11 hours already.
Yes.
Like after our botanic collab, I could keep playing. I could like do Genshin, the anecdotes. On the other hand, I have been streaming for 11 hours already.
You have. I would say it's time. There is a time to not stream as well. You know.
I guess that's true. I guess that's true. No, but I was surprised. I actually found out just that because I've been between jobs, I've had more time to stream, and a lot more people have shown up for the streams because I've had a more consistent schedule. Because like my previous job changed my schedule like every single week, sometimes in the middle of the week. But because I have like a more consistent schedule now, quote unquote, because like I'm at home all day, between job interviews, of course. More people have been watching the stream, so I actually got hit the threshold, like on ad revenue alone, which is like really surprising.
Wow. Yeah.
Just like ad revenue, and then the subscriber stuff was like on top of that. But then again,
right.
I do these like 10-hour, 11-hour, 13-hour streams.
Yeah.
So, in the grand scheme of things.
Just keep in mind how like you get the money, but then it's like, wait, so that money is for how many hours of streaming? Like, oh my gosh. Just be careful. Take care of yourself. Everybody take care of yourself.
Yes. And speaking of ad revenue, just want to remind folks that it doesn't matter if you're here on my end or if you're on Shiny's end, the ad revenue is shared between us. So do tell a friend if you are watching the stream that Shiny and Decaf are live so they can enjoy the reverse content alongside you.
Yes.
All right. Without further ado, shall we continue?
Yeah, I'm ready to continue on with El Gusano, I think is what we were doing next.
Right, the worm.
The worm.
A dance that I cannot do. I had to do our cough. Hi, Duar. All right.
Duar is here.
Hello. Part 1, I think is the first one.
Yes, all right. I will get us started as the narrator, so here we go. The other party's online indicator turns gray, never to light up again. Oh man, okay. Did I think I did Zahir? Or did you do Zahir?
You Zahir.
Okay, I did. I rather enjoyed talking to our friends from the computing center. They're such a diverse bunch, always thoroughly interesting.
Friends? Interesting. Really? Textbook sociopaths hiding behind a veil of academia. Is that what you consider interesting? As for this remorseless predator who delights in dissecting others, all they've done is flail about looking for clues to find their vanished prey. Oh, okay. That confirms that Lawrence Butterfly is Grace, right?
Oh!
Because Grace mentions she has a taxidermy hobby
Oh,
of
okay.
humans.
I completely forgot about that part.
Yeah.
I don't even remember it, but I believe you. Wow. Okay then.
Okay, so Grace is an assassin, maybe
Wow.
working for Constantine, maybe has an ability to like uh spy on people, and there's a drawback of like causing dizziness among other things.
Huh.
Based on like the end of Nukuteao's like story. And
Uh-huh.
also she may be the subject of phototaxis because there's a lot of like moth and butterfly motifs.
Yeah,
And
it's all over that. Yep.
yeah, Grace also has like a butterfly on her outfit, despite being part of the
Mhm.
Management Dictate. And
I
like,
feel
yes, go ahead.
yeah.
You
I
feel?
I feel like that's 100%, like, you can call that canon. That's so obvious that it's impossible to deny.
Hmm. Like the last phototaxis lore was definitely from the perspective of Grace for sure. That one is for sure.
Yeah.
I'm just not sure about like the other parts. If they were still Grace,
Hmm.
they sounded kind of innocent, really. Um,
Hmm.
so I don't know. Hard to say.
Yeah.
Sorry, let's just wanted to like again nerd out on the lore.
Oh yeah. I mean, this is when we nerd out on the lore, is these side stories, you know?
Hmm. But they aren't our problem yet. The only fitting destination for an Arcanist criminal is Kamala Prison, right beneath our feet.
If circumstances allow, we'll ensure this assassin gets an invitation. Maybe she's too caught up in her research. We shouldn't impose undue interpretations on her words, considering how language itself defies definition.
Analyzing the inner logic of language grants insight into both the universe and our place within it. You are starting to sound like a linguist.
It's an alluring thought. After all, isn't the transcendentality we seek inextricably linked to the definitional nature of reality? The linguist has posited that language is merely a totality of propositions, just as the world is a totality of facts. The direct mapping between them suggests that the world possesses an inherent linguistic essence. Then, it is through language that we may uncover this fundamental essence.
The world has no inherent essence. The transcendentality we seek cannot be articulated through language. I won't even entertain the idea.
Even your antipathy to the concept demands at some level that you have studied it. Ha, Merlin. Like when you wrote that scathing review of our young novelist's manuscript. You can't deny it. You finished reading.
Aleph did.
By your logic, we are merely constructed identities from the fragments of Aleph's infinitely reflective mind. We are Aleph.
Your rhetorical prowess admirable, but not when I'm the target. Why not invest that effort into your theories? Tell me, Zahir, have you found your single-sided coin yet?
A coin that shows its obverse and reverse, comprehensible only through a dialectical lens. yet never the same in any two pairs of eyes. Oh, that was your line.
That was my line.
I stole it. Go ahead.
I try it. A coin that shows obverse and reverse, comprehensible only through a dialectical lens. Well, dialectical? Okay. A coin that shows its obverse and reverse, comprehensible only through a dialectical lens, yet never the same in any two pairs of eyes.
Why don't you tell me first? When did this pursuit of transcendentality become our excuse for escaping reality together? So I haven't found it yet, but the success of my search is not dictated by my effort, nor by the whims of interest. I will find that coin, but when I do, it will come to me in some unguarded instant, a moment that defies all effort. Still, to get there, I must study it endlessly until it's indistinguishable from my very being. Bzz. Bzz. I have no idea how to how to interpret that. The futile clash of thoughts dissolves into nothing. In a place where the borders of reality and dreams collapse and blur, the prisoner takes hold of a black radio inscribed with arcane symbols. He adjusts the dial, sifting through the frequencies.
Next channel. Now, doesn't that just feel great? Sink into it.
Okay.
So,
I have one thing.
go
Go ahead. The dialectical. So the dialectic, I don't know if you've heard of that before.
I have not.
The study of the dialectic is as far as, so the way that I was taught about it, or learned about it recently, is the idea of two seemingly contradictory concepts both existing at the same time. That's why he's talking about the one-sided coin. A coin's face that shows the front and the back at the same time.
Right.
And so it's kind of like the idea of it, you can actually use it in therapy, apparently. Some people use dialectic thought it's kind of helps you think about things and stop thinking about things in a negative, like self-defeating kind of process. Instead, you think of it like, it's true that, this thing is in my life, but at the same time, I can also do this, even though they seem like opposing things.
Right.
It helps one accept maybe trauma or accept, it can be hard to accept one's limits and be like, I have depression, I have anxiety, and these things are getting in the way of the life I want to lead. Dialectic thought process can help you kind of accept that these things that feel like they should be in conflict can actually work together and they can actually make sense. So that's my exposure.
That's your exposure to the term dialectic.
Yeah.
I was just thinking, just based on the concept of it, being described in the sentence, just like, what comes to mind is Schrodinger's box. Where the observation of it kind of determines, what side it would be, whether it's heads or tails, whether the cat is alive or dead.
Oh, yeah.
Right. But I think the way that they were talking about, I think, is closer to your exposure to where both are true even as it's being observed somehow. Despite the contradiction, despite the paradox, they are cognizant and solid truths that cannot exist without the other.
Sure, yeah. I think it's interesting. Every once in a while there's a word I'm like, oh, I think I might know something about this.
Yeah, if it wasn't clear, the reverse 999 writers are nerds.
They are nerds, 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 nerds.
in the best way possible. Like they put so much thought and research into the game.
Yeah, so
Um,
much passion.
like oh, just real quick, because I got this from Shoklin, but I wanted to like share it again.
Sure.
Um, and I would say read this on your own time. It's like it's a huge thing. There's a Reddit
Oh.
post that goes into like how much references, not just to history, not just through literary references, but like overall the
Mm-hmm.
the latest chapter like got into. So even
Oh
though
yeah,
we're only
that.
like 20 nodes, there was like a
Mhm.
whole bunch of work that went into the
Mhm.
characters, the storylines, and like the kind of
Yeah.
like context behind Kamala prison and the literary boom of Latin America.
Mhm. I think I will finally dive into that now after we finish this side story here. I don't know why I've been putting it off. It is tricky for me to like just read text. I, part of the reason I do these collab streams with Decaf and everybody is that it helps me stay engaged and take in the information. Whereas if I was just playing this by myself, my eyes would just start skipping text and I would not be fully engaging in it. So anything that helps me kind of brings my interest up helps a lot. But I'm hoping that that this story will inspire me to dive into that huge list of references in the story. It looks so cool.
I would say once you start reading, and then you
Mm.
like get to the middle portion, that's when it starts to
Uh-huh.
click, and then you're like, oh, I know this, I know this, I know this, and then you realize you're at the
Oh.
end of the post.
Yeah.
But you have to like start.
Ah.
That's the thing.
Yeah, the key is getting yourself started. Yeah, you're absolutely correct about that.
And with
Hmm.
that, let us go into the next part here, part 3. It looks like.
All right, part 3. Although we did just get a message in chat literally as we started. That's funny.
Hi, Decaf. Is it a blind speedrun? Oh no, I'm just being fancy.
Mm-hmm. I guess it's we did the gameplay parts previously. So that's not blind, but we are blind to what the text is going to be. So this will be first time reaction. All right, so let's get started with part 3 of El Gusano. A soothing voice rises from the speaker, warping within the coils, reshaping itself into something that defies comprehension. Oh, new voice.
Pan American Arcanist Radio. Huh.
Do you think... Is that Ms. Radio? Now I'm like wondering if all of these...
It looks like it's separate from Aleph, that's for sure.
Oh, okay.
Brought to you by the Manus Vindicte.
Oh. I could give it a whirl if you're okay with that.
Yep. Go for it.
All right. Let's see here. To all you faithful arcanists out there, followers of the Sufferer, devotees of the Mask, this is the Pan-American broadcast, brought to you by the Manus Vindicte. A single spark of arcane radiance is all it takes for one extreme to dissolve into its opposite. A wisp of static seeps between the words. From the demented repetition of classical compositions to the relentless assault of bad news, from literary autopsies to the vogue of tragic radio plays, every note, every word, every sorrow is just a little touch of the dial away. Pan-American Arcanist Radio, bringing you the latest voices from McCurdo Port. Antarctica is still basking in auroral radiance today. That glowing tide will keep gushing into the sky and hovering over the world until time itself breathes its last. I wonder, listeners, how does the sky weep where you are? Is a storm raging, or has the sun fallen? Let us relish this moment together on the last evening on Earth.
Hello, Miss Grace. Extend my sincere regards to the preacher.
Through the static, a soft and steady breath emerges. Quick, restless, and measured at precisely 106 beats per minute. The line is open. A listener from Ushuaia is now on the air. Pan American Arcanist Radio reaches the ears of the devoted across continents. From Los Angeles to Sao Paulo, from the Chisos to Ushuaia, our dramas have captivated arcanists everywhere. But you, sir, you are a mere human. That is an enigma in itself. I say mere, but you are anything but ordinary. That much is clear.
Years have passed since Mr. Forget-Me-Not and I last spoke. A mere intersection of research. Nothing of significance. There's nothing exceptional about me, except the fact that I cannot leave this place. I will speak plainly, His Grace, so long as you find reason to listen.
This station has many listeners, but none quite like you. Short and sweet.
So I guess the radio is supposed to be just like our general broadcast, and he's hoping to reach Miss Grace through it?
Yeah, it's really there's something abstract about the way they're connecting.
I think it's similar to the Satisfaction Surveyor too, where maybe he wasn't actually speaking to anyone.
Uh-huh.
Oh
Man,
boy.
it feels like a stage play. You know what
Right.
I mean? I feel like this would be an interesting stage play.
Okay, part 5.
Part 5. All right. The radio host's face is a mosaic of countless others. Kayla, Grace, Cicely, Newman. Names without weight, faces without permanence. She drifts unseen, a colorless moth in the dark, an existence without itself. From the mirror they sigh as one, a chorus laced with disdain.
One moment.
No problem.
I was just trying to like search my memories for the name Newman, because that name sounded familiar, but no, I don't think I've heard it before. I mean, Kayla is definitely Argus's dear friend, sister, partner, unclear.
Unclear.
Grace is the name she took on as the Manus Vindictae member. But Cecily and Newman, those are new names.
Yeah.
And there you go again with the moth motif.
There it is, yep.
So alike, and so ill-fitted. One condemned to remember, yet commanded to forget. A Scheherazade without an audience, keeper of shameful secrets, lost in the tragedy of his own illusions.
Scheherazade is the figure from the Arabian Nights tales.
Yes.
Who's telling the tales to hope that she can convince the king to spare her life, or I forget who it was, a king or somebody.
Yeah, it was the king. Basically, he was betrayed by his previous wife. And so in order to keep his hold on the crown, because a sultan must have a wife, he married the first concubine that he randomly picked and planned to kill her like a day after their wedding night, so that he would be able to continue and then just like do it again after a few years.
Right.
But then Scheherazade like told him a story to distract him, and then he fell asleep. And then repeated that for supposedly 1,001 nights until he changed his mind.
Right. And the other part is, weren't those written by some white guy who just wanted to roleplay and LARP like he was in India or something?
That one is unclear. It does seem to be. There are some stories from that were written by that guy. I think that does seem to be true. But there are several other
Hmm.
stories which seem to have origins in other writers' hands, other
Hmm.
people who like might have like
Mhm.
contributed to it or were
Mhm.
through lost media kind of like roped into the Thousand and
Right.
One Tales.
Mhm.
So some of
I
them could
getcha.
be like legitimate, but hard to say.
Yeah. Right. I see what you mean. Okay.
And so hypothermesia is no blessing, but a curse without cure.
This story begins in San Francisco, 1990. Our protagonist is a young girl called Cecily, lost in the flow of things. Somewhere between 18 and 22, she speaks with a low Saxon lilt. Behind her, the cry of a black-fronted piping guan sounds, so precise it could be real. She may actually be from Blumenau. There are so many references in this paragraph that I don't know what they're talking about. I don't know what a black-fronted piping guan is, for example.
I know what a Saxon is, and that's about it.
That's pretty much it for me too, so I guess we'll say shrug and move on. An arcanist in search of an exit, yearning to slip beyond the grasp of thought's phantoms and power's unseen hand. There is a place she knows, one where the sun does not shy from those who seek hidden truths.
The Manus Vindictae.
Children of the esoteric, keepers of heresy, zealots of the arcane, they are as a mighty shoal amidst the currents of upheaval, never still, always moving. Of course, they'd never turn away astray. The things she feared remained unrealized. She was taken in and reshaped. For the cause, she became Kayla, became Ms. Grace, then Newman, then Cecily. The tree had shed its leaves, and foreign branches took their place. Who she had been no longer mattered. She became another, again and again, until even time forgot what had once grown there. The whispers of innumerable voices gather on the other side of the white noise. This Monday's edition of the Ushuaia Times reported on the sinking of the Free Breeze. Among the survivors, some claim to have seen a great number of islanders aboard, adorned with seashell ornaments. There is reason to believe that some of the Nuktai may have forsaken their homeland. We hear now Lewis, reporting from the scene. Why they departed we cannot say. Was it the allure of modern civilization, or a promise that somewhere in the farthest west a river of immortality awaits? Their arrival was a moment of wonder, but by the time the night faded, they were already lost. A sound hangs in the air, almost a sob. The young lady does not weep. She merely breathes, her sorrow measured in time, her grief a part of the rhythm of existence. And so, this gripping incident reached its tragic epilogue, the fate of a people sealed over nothing more than a shell.
Huh.
Oh, she's
Okay.
like,
So just tracing the path here, it began in San Francisco, or at least
right.
the memory of it began in San Francisco with Cecily. So that's where like Jay, Anjanala, Mercuria, and the others started as well.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of like, well, we knew of course that by that point Grace had already uh, joined up with the Mass Dictate because before San Francisco, Argus was looking for Kayla, right, in Tuesday's Motel. Because I think it was
Oh,
Tuesday's
okay.
event that came first, then it was San Francisco, if I recall correctly.
Ah, that might be right.
Yeah. So,
Hmm.
timeline of events here. She was Kayla first in Tuesday's Motel event. Then she became
Ah.
Cecily, who we never saw in San Francisco. And then
Oh.
became Grace by the events, reference there of the Nukuteyao, the Free Breeze incident.
Right.
And we didn't see her in the main story, did we?
Oh, I would not know. I'm not great with details with this game.
If I had
but
to
I'm
guess,
curious to
then
know.
maybe the Newman thing is like a hint to her next identity. I'm trying to
Possibly.
think, where was Newman even mentioned? Was it ever mentioned? I don't know. I don't think so.
I can't recall.
No, I really don't think so. It was this chapter. No, sorry, not this chapter. It was Nukateo's chapter, where Constantine, like for the first time, was shaken by the implication that they're going to sacrifice someone. Which is like really rich, considering how many people Constantine sacrificed in that one story way back when.
Yeah.
She was like literally shaken that there was an agent supposedly on board the Free Breeze, and it's implied to be Grace, but not clear. So maybe Newman is either her next identity or is her real identity supposedly with the Foundation. And I think that's the reason. That's another reason why this particular side story doesn't have sprites, is because if they showed like sprites for all of these characters, I think it would become like too obvious who's who. Unless they like put up a telephone or just a shadow.
Right.
Part of the fun of this story, I think, is just like much like Ulrich's side story. I think it's just a lore side story more than it is a normal side story. We kind of like have these kind of standalone stories that go with the main.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
Oh my
so
gosh.
like I mentioned, I have not done the last one, Cuentos Completos. So I will have to be playing through these puzzles.
Oh, so the thing is, Cuentos Completos is not actually technically the last one. Once you finish it, we get to the fifth one will show up.
Okay.
La
Then I'm so
Biblioteca de
sorry.
Valhalla.
We might have to go a little bit longer then.
That's all right. We'll make it work.
All right. But let's get into it, yeah?
All right, part 1. Here we go.
I didn't realize there was going to be another one after. I thought, I guess there was a blank spot on this page. I should have realized.
Yeah, it's not quite clear, but yeah, that's what's up. And then the one that shows up that is part 5, I think it's all a fight. It's all
It might just be like extra game mode then.
All parts of it are basically it's its own mini roguelike where you pick one of the personas of Aleph for the first fight, and then each fight that you finish of the parts, you get to select a new card to add to your deck thing.
Interesting.
So that's how that works.
That sounds fun.
I don't know if I'm gonna. I still haven't won against it yet, so we'll see. Anyway, here we go with part 1 of Cuentos Completos. And from here on, we will actually be doing some gameplay in between the stories.
Indeed. You as well, or just me?
I'll just play along at the same time, maybe. I can always back out if you end up beating it before I do. Because I already finished it. Okay. Falling back into his reverie, the idealist idly presses the power switch. Yet the broadcast's performance of disorder and delirium has already reached its end. The radio plays no more.
A name carried in whispers. The Panopticon of Kamala, where every question finds its answer. I quite like those stories that travel up the telephone lines. The stranded, the deluded, the ones forever haunted by riddles without solutions. They come here, drawn by forces unseen, by paths not meant to be traveled. They ask, they seek, they wander through lives frayed at the edges, tangled in paradox and unreality. Do you really feel nothing in the face of these challenges? Don't you realize we can shape what we have here into something that holds actual meaning? This all leaves me feeling somewhat lost. Have we found clarity or more confusion? I'm not sure, but it's already taking up too much time. Idealist, do you still remember what you set out to do at the very start? Of course I do. My poem. I would never forget it.
The idealist scans the confines of his cell in panic. Finally, he finds it. A tiny fissure in the wall.
Beneath this crumbling plaster, I named it A History of Eternity, for within it lies poetry without end, the very source and medium of my great epic. Its delicate contours speak to me of sorrow. With every passing day, the crack extends a little further, and so your poem will never reach its final line. There will be a way. If this endless and sorrowful poem is to be conveyed with all the elegance and exactitude it deserves, then I must construct a language worthy of it. One all-encompassing, unhindered by ambiguity, not a conceptual illusion, but something absolute, precise, essential, a language of creation, one that shall unshackle every artist and poet alike. So, that's what you've been discussing with the linguist all this time. Your perfect language. Claro que sí. But now, with the linguist gone, our language's birth hangs in limbo. That is the tragedy of the telephone. We speak, yet we remain strangers to each other, and he perhaps to himself most of all. But I will continue onward with new projects, poems, shaped by many hands within these walls, a curated collection of their imprisoned tongues. Within them, I will discover the systematic method behind every language. Through that, I will ensure the opening lines are flawless in their meaning. Until then, I will host our literary salons, wandering through the literary labyrinth with the intent to build an exit someday. But But for all your efforts, that poem remains unwritten, unexecuted. Not even a single word has been committed. You are lost within your literary labyrinth, lost in infinite inquiry, so much so that even your name has abandoned you. Idealist, do you even remember who you are?
The poet, the writer, the pioneer of thought. Bewildered, he stares at the sorrowful crack in the wall.
Who am I?
Ring, 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 ring. The line stirs once more with another call from the outside world. It never ends. Lift the receiver and vanish into the interplay of reality and perception. To lose meaning is to lose yourself. In the end, he will vanish within his own story.
It defies reason. Why haven't we reached transcendentality? Not even the door seems within sight. I cannot fathom it. Is all of this meaningless? Are we condemned to stand on the edge of that which cannot be spoken? How does one bring about an end to the endless? Zahir, a philosopher who strives to exact a unified image and the memory of all things. This character can enhance card effects by influencing dice values. Zahir has no image.
Okay, so this is the first time you're seeing Zahir in the gameplay.
Indeed.
As you can see, he kind of like one of my viewers I think commented his icon looks a lot like the spirit we saw in the Chinatown Showdown story. It has that kind of glitching graphic effect on it.
Ah, it does look like that, doesn't it?
I
Like
thought that was
the pieces of
interesting.
the soul thing that was like displayed behind the
Mm-hmm.
people. So it could be like Aleph's what do you call this? Well, I forgot the word. Supposedly like seven soul spirit thing. I forget what the word was that
Oh,
Anna Lee mentioned.
oh, I can't remember.
Yeah. All right. Part 2 is a battle.
So Decaf is working with 3 cards. I'm working with more cards because I already finished it, so I already got all the cards unlocked.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so far it's all about rolling blue. Oh, here the dice value actually matters. Interesting.
Yeah, the value on the die. And if you look at Zahir's like passive skill, it's called appearances. All blue die, the Eureka die are the blue ones, can be considered as red and yellow die, or the attack or defense die.
Indeed, indeed.
It's really handy.
Just roll as much blue as possible, I think. Is my strategy.
Hmm.
At least for this first fight. Okay, I'll take it. Oh, it's locked.
I just beat it because I had a bunch more cards.
Good job. Oh, okay.
Ooh, you're just about to beat it too.
Yep.
Easy peasy.
Questioning. Add and roll 1 short-term memory die. Okay, I'll take it, I guess. Not much of a power-up, but seems pretty good. Part 3.
Okay, here we go. The wind whistles. It cascades over the Atacama Plateau, scouring the sands along the highway. Oh, this is a new
Nicolasa?
character? Oh, maybe?
Oh wait, no, critic.
Critic.
It is her color, though.
I know, yeah, kind of. Man,
Oh. I will assume
I
it's
can't
Recoleta.
decide.
And leave that to you.
Okay, alright. Oh, thank God. I actually got through. Please, don't hang up, sir. You wouldn't believe what I've just been through. Listen, we're stranded on some highway in the middle of nowhere. Want to know what I can see? Well, sand dunes, endless sand dunes. No villages, no steeples in sight. Only a highway, half buried beneath the desert. Wolves lurking behind the dunes. Not even a single cactus. There's a sign just ahead. It says... Cuentos completos. It says we're on the Cuentos completos. That's impossible. I've lived in Antofagasta long enough to know there's no such road. There's nothing else around here apart from this phone booth. Weird, isn't it? A road to nowhere with this strange relic of something that once was. And somehow it's now my only hope. I dialed every number I could think of. Emergency services, roadside assistance, the publishing house, the university, the bank. Nothing. Not a single connection. I was about to lose my mind. I'm still half convinced this phone booth is nothing more than a hallucination. But then I caught sight of your number, An impossible coincidence. It had been scribbled onto the back of a manuscript, lying forgotten in my car, with a scruffily written note. He can answer any question. Call it an impulse? A feeling? I can't explain it, but I called your number, and against all reason, it's gone through. Thank God. I was beginning to think I'd wound up in hell.
Hello, madam.
Please, just call me, the literary critic. That's what my colleagues call me. Mockingly, of course. They think I'm hopelessly out of my depth, a clueless fraud, an imposter in the world of letters. But there's no use dwelling on it now. I've accepted the name, just as I've accepted the weight of this job. Oh, that's right. I forgot to mention. I'm an editor working for the HA publishing house. You know, the Forgotten Crows, the portrait. Ring any bells?
An editor. Oh, okay. Then it is actually hunting.
It's huh? What?
Hunting.
Hunting.
Regular side story.
Hunting?
Editor hunting.
Editor. Oh, wait! Oh! So I figured something out. I forgot to do Recoletta's side story, and I missed out.
No!
I basically am gonna have to go watch all y'all's collab stream and experience it that
Aw.
way. So
I'm
I'm
sorry to
glad
hear
you
that.
guys did do the collab. I'm going to take advantage of that.
Did you skip to get the rewards at least?
I think I missed out on the rewards. So if there
Aw,
was a side
man.
tube attached to it, I missed out, sadly.
I
don't
don't think
know
there
what
was. I think
happened.
it'll.
Okay.
I think you can get the rewards from the rerun. But dang, I didn't realize that you missed out on the story there. All good. All good.
Yeah, and come to think of it, it probably would have been good to check that out before we started this, but oh well.
Whoops.
I'll find out who this is later.
Mhm.
All right. Very perceptive, sir. In fact, that's precisely why I'm out here, stranded on this Cuantos Completos. It's my friend Lisa's birthday, see. We were supposed to go to the reserve. We were going to visit the geysers and the valley, the flamingos, the little desert towns, all the things she loves. The colonial architecture, abandoned settlements, remnants of religion, history, natural landscapes, geometry. It's supposed to be a perfect day. Then I noticed something in the back seat. Manuscripts I was sure had already been submitted. I had sent them to the publishing house yesterday, and yet here they are. So I had to turn back to drop these manuscripts off at the publisher. But Lisa, she wasn't pleased. We argued, and by the time I looked back at the road, everything had changed. We've been driving in circles for, 2 hours? 3? I don't even know anymore. There's nothing but sand stretching out in all directions. Except for a sign marking this place as the Cuentos Completos and this strange phone booth. If you can truly answer anything, sir, then answer this. What do I do next? Oh, and that's where it ends. Something tells me this would have a bigger hit to me if I had read the story.
Maybe. I wonder if she was somehow caught by the Tear of Babylon. I mean, she's out of the desert, so she describes like driving in circles. Like that's how the Panopticon is kind of shaped, right? It's a labyrinth. That's a circle. It's supposed to be like a singular tower, but he kind of like, broke reality to turn it that way, so that no one can escape.
Yeah.
I don't know. Oof. So just there's a little bit of context. So not really just a little bit of context. It's not a spoiler.
Okay.
Recoletta's side story takes place after the events of the main story.
Okay.
And it does start Recoletta. And to that end, it doesn't really have anything to do with the main story for the most part. I think it's just more to expound on Recklada's character and her abilities.
Right.
So just keep that in mind whenever you end up getting to experience Recklada's side story.
Okay. All right.
Oh, another fight. Okay. All right. Add and roll 1 short-term memory die. Oh, okay. And I can do it 3 times. So I should just get more blue dice then. Is what it's saying.
Hmm.
Or roll higher dice if I can. I question this. Well, introspection first. No, not special at first. Because I rolled 6s.
I didn't roll any blue die. Darn it.
Alright, that's red. Alright, let's start with 1 introspection first. And then exhaustion up. Oh, I gotta get rid of the purple one first. Yep. That's gonna hurt us a lot. And out of dice. So now we have exhaustion. I can no longer do my euphoria type things. So I guess I just try to roll high here. Oof. I said hi. I guess I'll take that. Okay. Yes. Okay. Very good. Very good. The round. Alright. I'm no longer exhausted, so I can actually roll blue dice again, please. Okay, that's 1. I need way more than that, but let's start. There we go. 4 blue dice.
Hey.
Ayo. And then we'll just question reality a little bit, as you do. Wow, okay, I got a perfect 6 roll. 6 would be proud. Winner!
I'm so slow.
No, no
Well,
worries.
I'm just gonna skip out of this. Let's go to the next
Expectation.
one.
Gain
There's
vision
another fight for part
based-
5.
Yes, there's another. Gain vision based on number of memory dice. At the start of the round, add and roll 1 short-term memory die. So just more dice. Like this whole set of fights has been more dice.
Yes.
Oh,
I don't know
part
if
five
you've
is also
noticed.
battle. Yeah.
I don't know if you've noticed. Ravif, Zarif. Razif's active skill is kind of a passive skill, actually.
Oh, so here.
It's when you, or not appearances, but that when you click on his actual profile picture, ideas as currency. This is the thing that means that you get to add value to the die.
Yep. That's why I've been trying to roll blues.
Right, exactly.
It's all about the blues. Gain vision. Huh.
And you want to make sure you use introspection and get some stacks of ideaphoria.
Right, right.
so that you get all the euphoria. Or Eureka. That's right. Eureka, that's what it's called.
And then, what does vision do, I wonder? I'll start with 1. Let's see what it does first. Your starting roll, add and roll 1 additional. Ah, okay. That's what it means. Okay, so it's okay that I didn't like do all of them at once. It'll add up later. There's exercise. Oh, so if I have a bad hand, I just feed expectations then. Cool. Sounds like my Asian parents. Ah, okay. Not a super great hand this time. Yes, I question my reality. Oh shoot. I messed up. I didn't realize that my attacks were locked. Oh well. Live and learn. I should have given all my dice expectation then if that were the case. There we go. That's pretty good. And this time my attacks aren't locked, so I'll take it. Okay. A bit overkill, but let's go for it. Oh good, I actually had a shield, so that was correct. No, I'll take the attack now. Might as well burn through some shields while I'm here. Okay. More blue dice, please. Alright. Well, that could have been better. So here seems to be pretty unstable.
I've almost got this guy. All right, I win.
Congratulations. Okay. Let's get perspective first. And then question. I don't need shields. I'm an offensive player. Okay. okay. My attack was actually locked again. I should really pay attention when that happens.
Oh.
Well, luckily, I got 2 blue dice. I could turn that into shield at least. If nothing else.
That's right.
And then feed the rest of my dice into expectation. Hopefully they become a lawyer or a doctor. We'll see. Okay, 3 red dice, all ones across the board. Not super great, but not super bad either. Oh, I was supposed to use the skill. Okay, whoops. I didn't realize. Oh, it's actually passive. Okay, I don't have to use it then.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say before. His active skill is really more of a passive skill.
Ah, okay. I just didn't understand.
You-
Thanks.
Yeah, like the game literally calls it an active skill when it first introduces you to this gameplay, and it's like, what?
Now I understand. Alright, I can't use any of this, so take it away. Its attacks are nothing for me. Look at all this dice. All these dice from my son.
Look at all those dice. Oh my goodness.
And just to finish that, some of these really suck, but you know, it's my dice son. Okay. Let's go ahead and do introspection again. And then question everything. The truth is out there, you know? No dice, okay. Well, literally.
There you go, there you go. Good damage.
It's a start. I guess I can't sell all these dice, so I might as well wear something of a shield. Fine. Oh shoot, I didn't. It's like all of them. Oh well. Bit of a shame there. I accidentally cast it right away. No, I'm still gonna go for blue dice. Also, I noticed every time I roll a blue dice, it's always 6.
Yep.
Oh.
Blue dice are always 6. Yellow are 4 or 5. Red
okay.
are 1, 2, and 3.
Now I understand. So Zahir has a really specific like move set.
Mm-hmm.
I think Aleph's has been my favorite so far. Just like create more dice.
Yeah. I was able to get a decent amount of damage out of Zarif here by getting 2 stacks of Ideaphoria, and every time you do questioning, you roll a die and get more Euphoria. Even though his passive means that he uses Euphoria, the Ideaphoria means that you get 2 Euphoria and lose 1, so you still end up with a net positive amount of a net positive amount of Eureka. I keep saying Euphoria, and there's so many words in this game.
Yeah, this is true. Although at least unlike other games, they kind of like make sense in the grand scheme of things, and they actually offer like concise descriptions of what they mean. Though sometimes you do have to like play the turn a little bit through to understand what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Like they actually mean things. Looking at you, Hoyoverse.
I know, right?
Ah, my goodness. There we go. That's more like it. Excellent. Okay, we can end this round then.
Nice.
Introspection. Question the ones. Alright, I guess the question the two as well. Alright, that's fine. Okay, at least I can do this infinitely, so I think this is the end of the turn. Or the round.
Shoot. Yay! There you go.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay, part 6.
All right, let me go back to that because I was hanging out in the wilderness.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Thank you
So,
patiently
part
waiting.
6 of. No problem. I was hanging out with Aleph in the wilderness. Okay. Cuentos completos, part 6. Here we go. The driest wind in the world. Salt mountains, desert, and an infinite horizon of red and brown. A highway without end. It looks like they were right all along. I really am a fool. Lisa couldn't take it anymore and walked off. She left me. Left the car, just walked into the desert without looking back. I couldn't stop her. I couldn't even explain. I don't even know if there was anything I could say. All I know is that the desert isn't a safe place for someone to go walking around all on their own. She had every reason to be angry. Why did I turn around? I let a stack of paper, a manuscript that might never even be published, destroy her perfect day. I can't even decipher these manuscripts. The writing, the literature, none of it speaks to me. Where is Archimboldi? 4 chapters in and not a trace of him. He's the book's most important character, so why has he disappeared from his own narrative? Why is Komala full of nothing but restless spirits? And why is it that the dead can talk to the living? What compelled Pierre Menard to rewrite Don Quixote? How can one man produce a text identical to another's word for word? Why must the narrative unfold through these fragmented dialogues? Flashbacks, always with the flashbacks. Where did Santiago and Ambrosio actually meet, if they ever met at all? Can you give me an answer, Mr. Aleph? Why is the world of words like this? Perhaps I've been looking for meaning where there is none. I guess this was never the right job for me. I see that now. The publishing house is barely scraping by. And honestly, who still has the luxury of reading these days? It won't be long before the Antofagasta branch shuts its doors for good. And I can't do a damn thing to stop it. I don't even understand what I'm supposed to be doing. We all keep at it, but what's the point?
If nothing about this place is meaning to you, then the simplest solution is to let it go.
That's it? Yes. I see. Thank you, sir. You're absolutely right. Sunset. A crimson radiance spills across the boundless sands. With a heavy sigh, Monique slumps against the car, burying her face in her hands. Footsteps crunch through the sand behind her, then the sound of leather soles on loose stones. She lifts her head in disbelief.
Okay, I guess I'll do Lisa here. So I guess
Okay.
literary critic is not Hunting like I thought.
Oh.
Because I actually know Hunting's first name, and it's not Monique.
Oh, okay.
I'm so sorry, Monique. I should have left you alone. I just needed the moment to pull myself together. Come on, let's head back. You're right. There's still time to make it. We'll still have time for dinner, and as an added bonus, you won't get fired. This isn't exactly the best time to be unemployed.
No. I'm the one that should be saying sorry, mi corazón.
Oh, Dip! They're lovers!
Oh.
Aww.
Forget the publishing house. I'm done with that place. Monique grabs the manuscript and, with a firm conviction, tears it to shreds.
Wait, Monique, what are you doing?
To hell with these stories. To hell with everything else. Today's your birthday, Lisa. All that matters to me is you.
Hell yeah.
Yes! Happy Pride Month, everybody! Let's go. We'll follow this road, no matter where it takes us. Even if we lose our way, even if we never find our destination. I can't think of anything more romantic, can you?
Monique,
Hop in. I'm gonna give you a birthday we'll never forget. You only turn 27 once.
Mi amor, this is already the most wonderful birthday gift I could have wished for. The day belongs to just you and me. I'll remember it for the rest of my life.
The engine rumbles as the car starts up again. The desert wind lifts the scattered manuscript scraps. Their torn fragments dance on the breeze, momentarily revealing their title. The Rise and Fall of Sanity, Recoleta. Then, as swiftly as it rose, the wind subsides, and the manuscript, the words, and the mysterious phone number on its back are consumed beneath the shifting red sands. A red sedan speeds down an unknown highway, shrinking from sight until it ultimately vanishes into the horizon. Dang, we got a happy moment. I need to find the little emote. Yes.
And then one more little mind freak moment there.
Uh-huh.
With Recoleta's story, The Rise and Fall of Sanity, which was supposedly torn up in the main story, not here.
Interesting.
Okay.
Dang you, Aleph.
So, here's my theory on it, right? I think Cuentos Completos is the only one of these that takes place before the main story and before all of these other like side stories. I think all four of these might actually take place at different times. Like El Gusano definitely takes place after Las Babas del Diablo because they're talking with the literary, not literary. They're talking with the Lawrence Butterfly, right? And then they kind of like talk about the aftermath of that. But I feel like Cuentos Completos and Ukbar can kind of take place anywhere before. And Cuentos Completos, I think, maybe is the day that Recoleta's story died in reality.
Oh.
So the weird thing is, HA Publishing House is still standing, even after the main story. But what I think it is like happening here is that maybe this HA Publishing House of the 1970s, when Recoleta was like, the real Recoleta was still alive and she sent her manuscript over. So maybe, so this is a bit of a stretch, but I'm just like theorizing here. When Monique, the editor, like tore up Recoleta's manuscript and she left it by the telephone, which somehow connects to Aleph, Aleph somehow took those pieces and created Recoleta. And then from there, Recoleta is quote unquote born as kind of like a ghost of, her own story of Kamala, of the Rise and Fall of Sanity, until eventually she brings, the manuscript that she is into the main story and then tears it up again, leading to the collapse of Kamala prison.
Yep.
I don't know.
Maybe.
Like we never actually see Recolette as like real
Mm.
person.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. I really need to get Recoletta's story. And also I need to watch a Paranite's a Paranite just put up a YouTube video going over this entire patch, basically, all of the story that has been revealed. I'm interested to check that out.
Okay, so I think I have good news here. Because it looks like La Biblioteca, like you said, is a roguelike. I don't think there's story attached to it.
I'm pretty sure you press... Yeah, basically what you do is when you press part 1, there's no story. It's just you start the mini roguelike, basically.
Yeah. I think we're done
Is
with the
what's going
story.
We're pretty much done. And, you know, that's an okay ending to a side story in Reverse 1999, if I do say so myself. We had a happy lesbian ending!
I guess let's do the survey and then we'll wrap up.
That works for me.
Yeah.
I'm okay with having an actual, for real, 3-hour stream instead of... in the past, we've always gone 4 to 5 hours.
Listen, the yapping is important.
The yapping is, believe me, it is vital. It would not be a stream without the yapping. I think I will also play the survey and have fun, but I do need to get up and use the restroom real quick, so I'll just be like 60-90 seconds real quick here, and then I'll be right back to chat as we check out the gameplay. So, one moment. And you can gab and all that stuff on my stream while I'm away.
Indeed.
Alright, BRB.
So, thank you everyone so much for joining us for this reading of the side story. And thank you to Shirley for noticing. Yes, I have indeed been wearing a blindfold this whole time. Something that is only visible to people who are watching my side of the stream. I've been wearing this blindfold on top of my eyes, but been leaving a sliver for my eyes to actually see the screen, so I could read out everything. Just a little bit of a minor cosplay of the Idealist, and Aleph and Berlin and the others. And yet no one like pointed out until Shirley did, so I appreciate you, Shirley. And yes, there's not a blind speed run, but it is a blind playthrough in a manner of speaking. Alright, let's go ahead and attack at Barcarola so we can apply more impromptu incantations after the buff from Aleph.
Truly what we've been searching for.
It is, Idealist, it is.
Please enjoy.
Focusing here on Barcarola's attacks because that creates the most impromptu incantation. And after this, of course, we will be
I
the ones with
return.
the number on top. Welcome back.
Oh, I forgot. The music is heckin' epic here.
Indeed.
Tickety-tickety.
Now this team
I
only
think
needs one more character, and it's not Tooth Fairy, it needs Flutterbridge.
Yes, then it would be crazy overpowered and awesome. I think I shall play the survey fight, and then I will sign off on my stream.
Good idea.
Okay.
Oh, right. So I turned on the new setting here. So on the PC version of the game, there have been hotkeys that are now corresponding to the game.
Yeah.
And I actually turned on a setting that was added, I think this patch, where you can now like make the hotkeys visible. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. This is a new feature that was just added, I think. Or
So now you have you have 2 numbers on the top of the impromptu cards.
Indeed, I do.
Relax.
It's a little bit trippy, but it is fun.
Saxophone's end. A Aventura? For as you wish.
Though it does help me with reading some things because sometimes clicking and holding cast the card.
Yeah. Just in case you weren't aware, you can right-click the card to see what it does.
Ah. Okay, that's actually very helpful. Thank you.
It's really handy.
Tuning. Okay, thank you very much.
Yay, it works. Cool, cool.
That's bothered me for a long time.
Yeah.
No.
Once I figured that out, I was like, oh, my life is so much better now.
An emphasis on hope.
Oh, I think I'm about to cast the super crazy Aleph ultimate.
A wonderful dream.
Aleph's ultimate takes so long to actually happen. It's so funny.
Please.
I think I'll wait for it.
Wait for it, wait for it.
I'm willing to
I
wait
am.
for it.
A symbol of beauty.
Saxophones and Aventura? As you wish.
Man, I need to beat 300 meters Reverie and get some more of those special materials you need for Euphoria, the most rare ones.
You ran out?
I only have like one character's worth left.
Oh.
And I have more than just one character that I want Euphoria for. I've got Voyager, and I've got future characters like I'd like to get Jo Young-soo's Euphoria if I can. I feel like the influx of those, they're golden keys or something. Is that what they are? The influx of those is kind of slow.
Aventura?
It feels like.
As you wish.
I haven't really experienced the what do you call this? Running out of Euphoria, to be honest. No. So I can't relate. Like I built so many Euphoria characters, but a bit of the resource grind means that I'm actually trying to get Psy cubes. Or sometimes I don't have the like base material to Euphoria character. You know what I mean?
Oh, the base material for
like
unlocking
Rhine
the
gold
Euphoria?
and things like that. Like the gold materials that require.
Oh,
the
interesting.
grinding. So what ends up
Okay.
happening is I put off the Euphoria building, so I can like build resonance more, so I can do Psy cubes more.
Yeah.
I really hope that at some point they really fix the Nuum analysis to like give more in terms of the
Yeah.
what do you call this? Psy cube, because right now they keep giving us Psy cube fodder when really we need more Psy cube currency.
Yeah, I agree. Yep.
Oh, that's how Aleph's ultimate works.
Always arguing.
It's more impromptu incantations. I
Do
understand.
you have any requests, Saxophones
I
and
think so, yeah.
Is this truly
As
what
you
we've been
wish.
searching for? We need simply rely on the microphysics of power.
Listen to the melodies of wind and waves. Please enjoy.
Gosh, it was so fun to voice Aleph today.
That was so good. I liked it. It sounded excellent. I knew it would be awesome.
Also, good job on the other characters as well. Some of whom may have been Aleph, some of whom might not have been Aleph. It's kind of unclear.
Yes. Who knows?
Maybe they were all Aleph.
Big.
Maybe
big
we're
shrug.
Aleph.
Maybe Aleph was lesbians all along.
Maybe Aleph is lesbians. Hi, Pride Month, everybody.
Aventura?
Happy Pride Month.
As you wish.
Okay, I've got Barcarola's ult going now. She's playing on the Titanic. I mean, the Free Breeze.
Right.
I dedicate this
Different
song to you.
doomed ship.
Different doomed ship.
Listen up.
Alright. While the survey is finishing up, I think, yeah, maybe 12 hours is okay for a stream for today.
I think you did a good job.
Thank you. Let's see. I'm looking for another reverse streamer to raid. Who's like playing global and in English. Preferably.
Right.
Okay. Looks like there's maybe one person. Oh yes. Someone called Mocha Cookie VT. I'll listen in for a bit and then see what they're about.
No one.
The music in this fight sounds like 2000s, sort of. It's got that wada 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 sound in it. I don't know how else to describe it.
You know, action scene of high string string usage instruments.
Just take string instruments and put it on a techno beat, and I am super happy.
My next performance, bubbles bursting. Listen to the melodies of wind and waves. Please.
Okay. So one of two things might have happened here, I think, with the streamer I'm listening in on. I think either they're AFK or they're falling asleep on their desk.
Oh no. Oh no.
If they're AFK, I'm still willing to raid them. If they're falling asleep on the desk, hopefully I wake them up when they raid.
True, like maybe it'll trigger something.
Right, right.
Oh, okay, Aleph's ult finally did the damage that it's supposed to do. Awesome.
He'll know what to do. Always arguing.
Saxophones and a bandura?
All forms
As
of
you
power
wish.
at your fingertips.
Aleph is very cool, but Aleph is very much a support character.
Very much a support character. That's true. Yeah. I've been able to make a decent team with Aleph and the 37 with Flutter Page Core and Fitutu. So even though they're not impromptu characters, they use Euphoria. Or they use Eureka. I get the two mixed up. Blah. The fact that they use so much Eureka kind of does synergize with Aleph a decent amount. I wouldn't take them to Reveries of the Rain, but they're able to do Lucidscape and Limbo and stuff like that. I'm going to see if they can do mains, bulletin, bosses, and see how they do.
I imagine they do quite well. How are you with your survey?
How am I with my what?
Survey.
I am just about to take out the last enemy, I think. Right here, yeah.
There you go.
The little last bit of damage coming in from Barcarola. And if that doesn't take him out, the impromptu damage will. Here comes. There it is. Alright.
Alright. As we wrap up, if you do me one more favor once you're done with the survey, and head on over to the brochure.
The brochure. Oh, there's some stuff to read. Let me see.
Yeah, for the achievements.
The achievements and stuff?
Yeah, just achievement.
Oh, travel brochure. Right. And it's this thing. I've got it.
Alright, telephone. Could you go ahead and read it, please?
Alright. So, who exactly is paying for this international call? Probably a scam call. The person on the other end should be thrown in jail.
So it sounds like Teresa's guess earlier about Aleph's camp caller personality might have been true.
Indeed.
Because,
All
you know,
along.
throwing them in jail seems kind of on the nose if the call is coming from Aleph. He's
It's
already in
true.
jail.
He's like, please do try. Try to throw me in jail.
Alright, so that is the end of Aleph's side story. Thank you everyone so much for joining in. We're going to be raiding out. Are you going to raid the same person as me, Shiny, or someone else?
I think, let's see, who was it?
Here, I'll
Oh,
write
Mocha
down.
Cookie VT?
Yeah, that's the one.
Yes, I will attempt to raid them as well. I'll finish chatting with you here and I'll wrap up my stream.
Indeed.
And not. But thanks a bunch. Thanks again for organizing this.
Thank you for joining me, Shiny. And Teresa, I hope, if you're listening, your thing goes well and you're able to resolve it. A new update patch will be available for this game next month, so we'll see about scheduling another voice acting collab session or two. We'll see. Whatever anyone's down for, please feel free to join in. Look forward to this VOD on YouTube and check out Shiny over on her channel as well for more good content, not just reverse, but also Mahjong and Honkai Star Rail and other games like that.
That's right.
As for me,
All right.
I will edit this into VODs for YouTube in digestible format sometime next month. Again, please do subscribe to the channel to help me become an official content creator for Reverse 999, if you'd be so kind. And yeah, that's about it. So you're gonna mute, I'm gonna leave the call as well, and we're gonna do our wrap-up things separately.
Yep, that works for me.
All
Thanks
right.
again. Have a great day, everybody.
Goodbye.
All right.
Bye, Shiny.
This exhausting
Bye.
suffering won't last forever.
Okay. And so, as we are wrapping up here, I'll look at these. Apparently I can. Okay, so I guess we could have possibly played those puzzles live, but it did help to kind of do them in advance because that one was very text heavy, not a lot of visuals. Like Shiny mentioned, it's kind of a stage play, so it all kind of worked out. Thank you everyone so much for joining me today. I really do appreciate it. Hang on, let me just go ahead and switch screens here. Okay. So, this will be the end of my stream here. I'm going to end the stream, do a little bit of editing, and then, you know, head to bed. But I appreciate everyone who joined in, had fun with the voice acting collab. Like I mentioned, this will be edited on YouTube later on. We will be back tomorrow on Sunday for a little bit of a mix, right? So it's gonna be productivity with MJ. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be playing La Biblioteca, like the dice game here, while MJ's doing productivity things, and then I'll switch over to Genshin Impact, where we will be, you know, listening to and voice acting those unvoiced anecdote portions. Hang on, what did I put for my schedule tomorrow? Did I say 5 or 6 p.m.? Oh, actually, you know what? It looks like I didn't put anything for Sunday this week. Wait, let me double check that. That can't be right. No, there it is. It says 5 p.m. So, the plan is Reverse 999 and Genshin Impact. Would I be playing Lost Ruins again? Possibly. Maybe trying for the good ending. so that next week Sunday I could like play, what do you call this? I could play the words. That's Door game, right, on the PS4. So I can do a completionist run of that with just the umbrella. A lot of things in store. But that is all for the future. And I hope you'll be joining me for that. I have a few collabs planned for that. So, let's go ahead and wrap up. Right? So maybe I'll see you tomorrow, maybe I'll see you for a different stream. But as I do off, keep in mind, remember that PCAF NVIDIA is going Creative Commons Attribution, Non-Commercial Share Alike, 4.0 International License. Off you get. Oh, sorry, before we leave. Almost forgot. Thank you for the follows from Michael in chat, Kaya Mifune. Thank you for the raid from GC Nation and Night Repeat. And also copy the raid message, folks. Okay, bye!
Sleep, work, sleep, work. Da-da-dum-dum-da-da-dum. Now I have children of my own. They ask their mother, what will I be? Will I be handsome? Will I be rich? I tell them tenderly, que sera, sera. Whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. Que sera, sera. What will be, will be. What will be, will be. Que sera, sera.
Oh, dear stranger, journeying to a pub, and how many days must pass till I see you again. So, this is it?
Forget, I'll do it sometime. I'm locked up on the button. Can't you do it sometime? Push it too far. Fine, electrify mine. Electrify my golden suit. Can't look at your eyes without sparking some. Electrify my Electrify my
Hanabi_Kitty subscribed
Thank
to
you,
your
Nabi.
channel for 0
Welcome
months.
in, welcome in. Surprise, I'm in the same time, beneath the same sun. Oh man, you got me two sides, oh, my little buttercup, that hurt. Fine, electrify mine, electrify my golden tube. Can't look at those eyes without sparking.